What's happening, lids and lidettes? It's Adam here and Dan. Before we start this week's episode, we've got to tell you that we are going for Christmas #1 with our original song written and sung lead vocal by our very own Finlay Kulavuz. It's called Lord Is Gone. It's going to be Christmas #1. You can pre-order it right now on iTunes and on Amazon Music. And on top of that, we've got a little documentary coming out on Friday, the 10th of December, showing you the entire record day at the Motor Museum Studios in Liverpool. That's exclusively going on Patreon.
And it's another one of our specials to add to the lock-ins, the live show, the last dance. We are building up this back catalogue of amazing Patreon specials to go on top of the Patreon exclusives that we do every week. If you like me and Adam on this podcast, if you love this pod, you get an extra hour and a half plus every Wednesday as part of the Patreon deal for as little as £3 a month, which is the price of
a fancy coffee or something.
Hey, a fancy fucking
and you
coffee.
get early access to public episodes, up to 48 hours early access. Sign up now at patreon.com/haveawordpod and enjoy this week's episode because we've already recorded it and I don't have to tell you, it's going to be a belter.
Defo.
I never thought I'd say this with genuine malicious intent, but Elton John can suck a fart out of my ass.
It's well known he can.
Elton John, Ed Sheeran and Adele can all lick my gooch.
At the same time.
A hell of a top of the pops that'll be.
Imagine like a curtain come up and you're all just licking your gooch.
Sounds a bit more like Jules Holland, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now,
Can we get
from Have a Word Pod,
we
it's these cunts.
We could sing New Year in.
Who's that?
I've never tried to do a Jules Holland impression. I've never pretended. Like, doesn't he just do a sort of like, now, and now, from over in this corner, having a cup of tea.
Yeah, do you know what he does? Do you know the way like
Near Dizzy Rascal,
you know, like
the Cortinas.
like scat musicians scat during songs, like ba 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 ba, like my thing.
Yeah.
He scat talks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have coffee.
Yeah. Sounds like he's had a stroke, doesn't he, when Adam does him. Like, is that Jules Holland just before he has that heart attack?
We're going to be Christmas #1.
We're going to be Christmas #1. I've started to believe. Only last week I was like, maybe top 25.
I'll be happy with top 10 and
I
genuinely.
won't be happy unless if we're #2. I'm genuinely going to be devastated now.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna. Well, quit the pod.
Well, the bookies have us currently. Like, we're third favourite with like 6 different bookies. So the bookmakers, the people whose job it is to predict where we will finish.
They've got us third.
I've got us third. Second isn't much of an improvement on that. First is the
Well,
target.
there's only a couple of bits of competition and fucking Elton's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we go into like.
He hasn't been
I'm still sucking. Right.
farts at your ass.
We go into like the annals of history, don't we?
The anals of what?
Like the darkness, they've got one. I'm like, we are one of. Well, we will be one of them.
Yeah, because the annals of history are filled with who finished #3 in the I know what you mean. We
No, but
are
it's
there.
not, Christmas songs are start #1s, are they?
No.
God, you're right, Carl. Bigger picture. You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
We're
Yeah.
going to be a pointless answer
Yeah.
on pointless.
In 10 years'
one day.
time.
Yeah, can't wait. We're fucking ridiculous. I've started to believe that we're top 3.
Top, anything other than top 3 from this second onwards would be a massive disappointment.
See, I
Right.
just don't see it like that.
I just think Ed Sheeran and Elton John.
And
You
a
know
pair
what?
of cunts and I'll fight the pair of them and all of the families.
You know how we're going to get Christmas #1? It's by them underestimating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get them. I keep telling Laura that she's third in the betting, and she does not enjoy it. I'm like, babe, you're doing really well. Babe, you're going to be Christmas #1.
How does she feel about it?
She feels weird because it's a silly, silly song about
moving
her
to Mozambique.
leaving.
Or
for a
Chessington World of
Or
Adventures.
Chessington World of Adventures,
Baby
which
pick.
is the less contentious verse. And yeah, sent it to my family. So you basically, in that moment, in those WhatsApp messages, realise who's got a sense of humour and who is a dry fucking relative. Nearly said cunt. Because some people are like, she's not, as she? Yeah, what? Left me?
My dad did that. I went round to my dad's to pick my little brother up to watch the match yesterday. And he was like, hey, what's all this on the fucking... You haven't told me anything. Never tell me anything anymore, you. It's like, I've seen on the internet that Paddy Power, I've got you down as third favourite for the Christmas number one.
I showed me mum and she was like, right.
Right, and he was annoyed about that, and then the fact that Laura had left me.
No, I went, yeah. I thought I told you.
You never tell me when you're going to get Christmas number one anymore.
Lads, sit down. We're having a little father-son fucking chat here. Right, there's some things I need from this relationship. One, when you're getting Christmas number fucking one, speak to your old man.
I went, yeah. I told you we were recording the song. He was like, yeah, I didn't know you were releasing it at Christmas. And I was like, oh, well, of course we are. And then I realised how ridiculous of course we are was as soon as I said it out loud. I was like, yeah. And he went, so let me get this straight. He went, the actual bookies think you've got a better chance than Adele. And I went, yeah. And he went, right. What's the song called? Is it just called Have a Word Pod? Because that's what it says, isn't it? And I went, no, that's the name of the record company and the band. And he went, you're not the lead singer, are you? And I went, no.
Adam, drop your mic a little bit so we can see your face.
What?
Stop your mic so we can see your beautiful face you had.
So
supportive.
I said, I'm not the lead singer. No, and he went, oh, thank Christ for that. He went, who's singing? I went, Finn, I've told you he's a musician. He went, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And I went, yeah. He went, so what's the song called? I went, it's called Laura's Gone. It's about Dan's wife leaving him. And he went, fucking hell, don't tell me anything. I went, what do you mean? He went, so Dan's wife's left him and you're just singing about it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's how he's dealing with it. He's cut up, but music has been real therapy for him. To be fair to your dad, he got upset when I sold my Volvo. He was like, bloody hell, Dan, I love that car. You didn't tell me you were getting rid of that. I was like, I didn't, Mick. I only saw you for 2 weeks when we renovated the studio. I don't really know you.
Yeah, me dad.
As much as I love him. Like, Adam, will you tell your dad? I've sold... I've sold the Volvo.
Sit down, Dad.
Oh, bloody hell. I tell you what, this would be easier coming through song. I sold the car. Bought a BM. That sold the Volvo.
My dad is a bit mental. He just wants stuff, my dad. He hoards stuff. And the other day I think I might get a new car in January, a little 30th birthday present to myself. I want to upgrade my car. I'd love like a...
It's time, innit?
Yeah. And he went, what are you doing with this? Within my car at the time, what are you doing with this? And I went... Well, I'm actually maybe going to keep it for a bit and use it as my tour car so I don't run my new car into the ground on the tour. And he went, right, and then what are you going to do with it? I went, well, I'll probably sell it. He went, I'll have this.
He can't even drive, can he?
He can drive. He's got a license.
Oh, right.
He went, I'll have this. And I went, no, you won't. And he went, why? He went, I'll look after it. I went, yeah, but you haven't got the 14 grand.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'll just pay you weekly.
We're going to put this Kia Sportage on layaway.
That's so your dad.
It isn't?
Yeah.
Dad, I love you, but I'm
Put it
not
in the garden.
I'm not Bright House, so fuck off.
There's a bit of quid in the back of the car every time you want it to go.
Hey lad, listen, I'm a bit upset with you. You got another Christmas number one. Also, I've paid fucking 38 grand for this Kia Sportage over 19 years. Fuck off.
Can we not tell people, like Joe, in the media inevitably ask what the song's about? Can we just say it's about Dan's wife leaving him, but not say it's a joke?
My wife is so confused. We've just buried her dad, and now she's going to have a Christmas number one. She's actually, it's been this year's been a lot for Laura, and I've helped a bit. Like, what are we doing? We buried her dad on Tuesday, and on Thursday I was like, on Wednesday I was like, babe, you're third in. You're third in the bed. Paddy Power. Babe, you're on Sky Bet now. So, hey, Rob Ross. Hashtag gone too soon.
Was that Tuesday? Yeah, I was going to ask.
We buried him on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
No. The lesser known Craig Davidson. Had a stroke on Monday. Buried him on Tuesday.
Christmas number one on Thursday.
And then Thursday and Friday. We potted on. Anyway.
Wow.
So I had to go.
Try them tears.
On Sky Bet as well now.
He's smashing it.
You can't see because you're crying. 8-1.
It's ridiculous. Like, here's what I was thinking yesterday. What are we going to do next year?
Well, I said to stay in the car.
What?
I just said to stay in the car. We've conquered YouTube. We've conquered Spotify when we win that award.
Yeah.
We've conquered music. Now we need to do film. The Cannes Film Festival. We need to be there.
When's this going out?
I actually agree with you.
When's this going out?
The film.
No,
We need
this
to film
with
it.
this episode. Yeah, well, of course we're going to do that. A year ago, I was like, these cunts are mental. Now I'm like, yeah. Let's get a helicopter. You can fly it. The Patreon episode.
We'll call it I, Daniel Nightingale, and we'll make it a biopic about you.
I want Jamie Hutchison to have a major part in it.
You can play it.
Makes sense. I'll pay my own dad. Hey, lad, not happy about this. This is going out on Monday. Where are we? Is this a public episode? Is this Paul McCaffrey?
Yeah.
This is Paul McCaffrey. Very excited about Paul McCaffrey being here. He's one of my favourite
You're gonna
comics.
be good.
And I say that more than I mean it, genuinely today.
Yeah.
This is
goes
going out
out
on
on-
Monday. So the pubes, listen, the patrons have already had it. That's 7, nearly 8,000 Patreon lid army have already had this on the early release. This is going out on Monday the what? Monday the 5th.
6th.
Monday the 6th. On Friday the 10th, we are releasing the documentary of the day we had at the Motor Museum music recording studio where we recorded Laura's Gone, which has now been mastered and is going to be available to buy on all the music out, like what is it, out iTunes, Amazon Music,
All good bookstores.
all good bookstores. You can get it down Mr. Singh's, your local newsagent. The
There's a Chinese fella selling fake copies in my pub.
CD DVD.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think they count towards the chart, though. I don't think they ring him. They're like, Mr. Lee. That was a safe one, wasn't it? Mr. Lee.
have you got Laura's Gone? No, I can't sing it.
Do you think any kid's gone, Mom, can I have Laura's Gone for Christmas?
No.
No.
Don't.
Can there be, please?
No.
Can someone sort that?
So if you want to watch the day of recording this song, it's out as a special. The documentary of us pretending to be rock stars is out on Friday the 10th at 6 p.m. We're going classic 6 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Classic Friday
Are you
6
asking
p.m.
him?
release. And honestly, Will, who's become like a big part of this now, he's the guy that's doing all these Patreon specials. If ever you're like, fucking hell, this looks good, Will probably made it. And you need to watch it. If you're not a patron now, come on, treat yourself for Christmas, but treat yourself just to see the happiest little Welsh Turkish musician.
And Finn's there as well.
And yeah, we got him in. And he was like, I tried to ad-lib Welsh Turkish. It's impossible. But Finn,
Give it a go. What did the little Welsh Turkish boy say?
all right. I'm trying to go throat and Welsh.
Like Finn's in the room.
Death to the west of Wales.
Death to the west of Wales.
Is it
They
anything
just
in the west of
hate
Wales?
Bangor.
I just combined a little bit of anyway. Bangor. Aberystwyth. Well, Finn, just talk us through it again because I've never seen you happier.
Yeah,
It was like we'd done a make-a-wish. It was like you'd found a lump and
Can
we
I ask
were
you a
trying
question,
to make
Finn?
you happy
Yeah.
for the day.
Do you know, like, when you see, like, interviews with pop stars, like, 40 years later?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, when I wrote Don't Look Back in Anger, I knew as it was coming out my pen, it was going to be a hit.
Yeah.
I just knew. You just know when you're writing a hit.
Yeah.
When you were writing Laura's Gone, did you know you were writing this year's Christmas #1?
I did not. I did it as a joke. I was like, I had like writer's block from writing like my own tunes, and I was just strumming the chords. And I was like, I was like, what fits there? And I did Laura's Gone as a temporary thing, and then I showed Carl it, and he was like, yeah, do that. So I recorded a little demo. I wasn't.
We
gonna
put it on Patreon, didn't we?
Yeah,
It went mental.
Yeah, I did a demo
Yeah.
in about 20 minutes. Put it on Patreon, and Christmas #1.
It was when but it was when we did it at the thank you show.
Yeah, Christmas #1.
It was when we did it at the thank you show, which is also available on Patreon. Sign the fuck up. Watching how much everyone knew the song.
Yeah, it was mad.
When 1,000 people are singing your joke song about your wife leaving you, you're like, oh, this is fun, isn't it? And quite good. Even Laura's like, yeah, it's catchy as fuck.
Yeah.
She's been singing
Yeah,
it.
it's annoying how the catchy it is.
I put it on in the car for my little brother last night because he was like, put the song on. I was dropping him off after the match. He was like, put the song on, lads, I want to hear it. And he went, it's like a joke one, no, innit? And I went, yeah, sort of. It is a decent song, no. Put it on, by the verse 3, he's fucking in my car going, Lord. He's fucking, my little brother in the car.
Yeah.
He's like, lad, this is a
The
fucking...
little guitar riff bit. It's fucking great.
Do you know the only person that doesn't like it is my 4-year-old daughter? It was like, I don't want Laura to go. babe, mummy's not going
What does
anywhere.
Jack think about it?
It's a joke. He's like, fucking, he's a big fan of like, just take it down. He hates, the system. My 8-month-old son, just turned 8 months, fucking hates Elton John.
Hates X Factor.
Hates it. He's just really sort of like, he's kind of a cool kid. Sort of a Rage Against the Machine kid. He's a fucking ball bag. God bless him. I love him. He needs to start sleeping.
All babies kind of look like one big ball bag anyway, don't they?
He's just like, he's like, he's got a weird laugh on him. Like, he's like got a dirty old man laugh. Like, when you change his nappy, you have to like give him a wet wipe. If you wet wipe around his balls, he goes, and you're like, stop doing that, you perv. And then it's just weird. He's got a weird like fat old man energy.
Just thought we should say while we're here that the music video is out right now.
Yeah, it's out, yeah.
It's out.
It's out.
It's been out
Go
since
and watch it. It's been out since
Thursday.
Thursday.
It's been out since Thursday,
Yeah.
which
Get
is
on
latest
it.
today.
And there's
In our
also
world.
going to be this one last thing. There's also going to be a dance remix because my mate DJ Felix Leiter is doing a dance remix.
If we go on our Christmas night out in Liverpool and we're in a club and they go, and coming up next, and they play the dance remix of Lord Has Gone in a club without us asking.
My keks are coming off. I'll have no pants on.
So Felix Leiter, who I do Show Me the Sample with on the old YouTube, and we haven't done it for ages because stuff has been going on. Fathers have been dying, shit's been happening, like babies have been not sleeping, but we're going to get back into it. And he was like, what kind of dance do you want? Do you want like Scouse Bounce? What? He was like, yeah, I can do what? I was like, well, do what you want.
Swedish House Mafia style, I think.
But the stupider it is, like if it's like, bah, 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 Laura's gone, that would be amazing. Then I might start doing drugs again.
Stupid world you live in.
Yeah.
The other day, Seneca said that to me. I asked her about today, and I was like,
Seneca made me cry laughing last night.
oh fuck me. I was watching the Everton match. We were getting beat. It was 3-1 at the time.
What did it finish?
Finished 4-1.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because all this was kicking off. I was like, I couldn't give a fuck.
Do you know, I just want to say, by the way, right? I know we don't do like footy banter on this at all, and I'm not going to do that. Because genuinely yesterday, I enjoyed that Derby win less than others. Because it was just like, it felt obvious.
Sad.
Like Everton are not as good as us and they're depleted, and Liverpool had their full strength team out and are very, very good. And it was just like, yeah, of course we won. But right at the end, it was on Amazon Prime. And the commentator, did you watch it all the way to the end?
I didn't watch the match.
You didn't?
No. I had a bad night last night, so I didn't want to add that to it.
So I was watching it, and the commentator went, so Liverpool fans all over the city will be overjoyed tonight, and Everton fans, they might want to throw themselves in the Mersey. And I couldn't, like, I was like, fucking, it's a commentator encouraging male suicide.
I don't think any actual Everton fan was like, oh, fuck. I think it was like, yeah. It was just, we got beat by, and this is footy and we don't do it, but we got beat by City 2 weeks ago, 3-0.
Right.
And nobody batted an eyelid. It's just the same thing, innit?
Having a hard time.
We just got beat by one of the best clubs in the country. That's it.
It's all right.
Well,
The main thing is, you didn't go for a swim.
It didn't.
I couldn't believe he said it.
But yes,
Yeah, it's a bit. That's what.
It's a bit in the pub, like going to your mate, you fucking throw yourself in the Mersey night, 4-1 to the fucking old rivals.
Yeah, but it's the kind of thing that 20 years ago, you'd have said, you'd be like, all commentators are dickheads, aren't they? But now everyone's like, whoa.
I couldn't believe. I went to Ajak, I looked at him and I went, fucking Ajak went fucking heavy, that
yeah, he'd have been fucking reprimanded for that, wouldn't he? But yeah, I was because I was under the impression that Top of the Pops was a thing at Christmas.
It is.
But I was under the impression that the top 10 just got to go on and did the thing, but no, we found out that
I'm telling you right now, right, I know people from the BBC watch this, right? Because I've had messages from them.
Right.
Listen.
Do you want to take this on your own?
Yeah?
All right, this is a PSA.
BBC, if we are coming on Top of the Pops, so make it happen. I don't know when it's being recorded, yous do. And even if you have to record us on a different day to fit us in, we're doing it.
That'll do.
BBC, what's that stand for? Big baldy cunts. Sorry.
Come on, bro.
No, but like not
there's
like.
definitely a worse B word.
You know what I mean?
This attack video is really losing. BB, fuck off, please.
We're coming on it. Tell Elton and Ed they can sing their little bit before us, and we're closing the show. Tell them. And if they've got a problem with it, give them my number. 07431 819 240.
That's not enough numbers.
It is. That's my number.
Oh, yeah. That's your number.
Yeah.
It's not.
Text me.
That better not be my number. No, it's not. But yeah, Serica, I text Serica and said, we might genuinely be on top of the pops. This is insane. And I said, if it happens, I'm dressing as Elton John. Like I wanted to go as Elton John. And she went, no, you're not. And I was like, what? Why? She went, because I thought Elton John would be there. She went, you're not looking like a cunt in front of Elton John. And I said a moment
2.3 million people watching on at home. Not bothered about that.
I said a moment, I was like, that's a real sentence in my life.
Yeah.
It exists.
Can we
If
start,
we
can we
it does
start putting
happen,
the file together of shit Serica says?
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it does happen, and
Oh, she said under the
if,
deck.
if the BBC take that threat seriously from me,
They love threats under the BBC.
and we end up on it with Elton John, I'm going to be really disrespectful to him, and just be like like old school rock stars who are like, I'm going to tell Elton John to go and get me a coffee.
Say his name wrong.
Yeah,
It was Elton Jeff or something. What's your name?
Elton Jeff.
I don't know who he is.
Hey, Ben Elton, come here. Hey, Eddie Sheeran.
What if he comes
Whatever
over and
you-
he's like, guys, love the podcast. I'm a £10 patron.
I'd be like, that's clearly a fucking wig, that kid. Go and get me a coffee now. Americano, cold milk.
Wow.
Choppity chop.
Not the old Americano slam.
Oh, do you know what we'll
You've
do?
gone really downhill since Step Into Christmas and Candle in the Wind. You're just a big fucking gobshite now.
Do you know what we'll do, Adam? I'll do the thing where I crouch behind him and you
Dan's a
push
Watford fan if you want to talk to him.
Oh,
He'll show you some
my God,
respect.
He's literally a hero to Watford.
No, we'll do the crouch push. Make him look like a knobhead.
So
Get off.
BBC, let's recount what's happened here. Adam's threatened you, and
I'll
given
burn
you his
down the
number.
whole building.
He's given you his number and the rest of the world his number, so you can get in contact with him. And then he's also said if he does get on, he's going to bully a 62-year-old gay man.
Not because he's gay, though.
Oh, because he's a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Because he's a fucking gobshite who's coming
So you're going to push him
best.
over, did you say? And
Yeah.
then we can all be like, who's standing now?
Stand up, Elton, you fucking gobshite.
Why? What is the relationship between Elton John and Watford?
He bought Watford Football
But
Club.
why? Did he play for them?
Because he's from round there and he likes football.
Right, okay.
And he
He
got
was
dead
C-
rich in the late 60s, early 70s.
He was CDM in
Bought
the 50s.
his childhood football club. They were in the 4th tier. And he was like, right, here's loads of money. There's a young manager called Graham Taylor. Got us up. And he used to sit in the dugouts. He used to sit in the dugouts when they were playing football. He'd be like, my team can sit where I want. So you'd have the Watford manager, Graham Taylor, playing like they went from the 4th tier to in 1983 they came second behind Liverpool in the championship in the proper top flight.
Division 1.
And then in the next year we lost the FA Cup to Everton. But that was the actual peak, and we were in the top flight till 87. But all through the 70s, he just went up, and he'd just turn up, full of cocaine, being bummed last night. He's got massive Elton John specs
Graham
on.
Taylor.
He's got flares. Graham Taylor's next to him. The subs are next to him. He's like, I can sit where the fuck I want. I'm Elton John. And there is
Got
pictures.
so much respect for that, you know.
There are pictures of him just in like football matches going, come on, get on the wing. You're like, all right, Elton.
I love that.
You pay, yeah, fucking
Ownership.
brilliant.
I want us to get enough patrons so that I can buy Liverpool.
How
I
much
reckon
Liverpool
it'll take
worth?
$2 billion.
Right, okay.
So
that
once
Liverpool's
the
worth,
patron, it's $2 billion a month. I'm just warning you now. I'm having a month for the patron, and you just can just have a month off pay, and I'm buying Liverpool.
No, we'll just have a stake.
Haverway owns Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
You've got to.
A stake in the Liverpool Football
You're
Club.
a silent.
Do you know I keep pushing?
2.3 billion euro, so yeah, just over 2
I
billion.
keep pushing for people to sign up to Patreon, but there is going to be a point where money and the fact that he's a psychopath, it's going to be a bad combo, isn't it? Like, yeah, we're nearly at 200,000 patrons. That's 650 grand a month. So, yeah, can put my plans together.
Can we buy a small team first, like Runcorn?
No.
We could afford them now,
Good, yeah.
Why, though?
so we could play for them.
I don't want to be in Runcorn on a 3 p.m. on a
I'll
Saturday.
pick you. Play for Liverpool. Let's buy Liverpool.
Where are you going to put me? In goal. Put me in goal.
Left wing.
Put me in goal.
Left wing. We're going to go back to the old style. Remember in the past it used to be like you put a left footed on a left wing, and now it's a lot of inverted wingers. People will be expecting you to cut in every week, and you can just go down the side, cross it in, and I'll hit it in.
It's going to be really
Win
fun.
every game for now.
Really fun for Carl, that, isn't it? Brilliant, like attacking team. Firmino, Salah. Oh, he's pinged it to the other side, and there's that fucking Everton player that shouldn't be here. The owner's mate, Carl Riegler.
Do you remember what William Gallas said to Arsenal if he didn't sell him to Chelsea? He said he'd start scoring own goals. I'll just start scoring own goals.
Oh, I'm not going to pick you then.
No,
You've ruined it now.
I won't really.
You've ruined it.
We're very football-y today, boys. Aren't we?
Considering I'd rather listen to...
That's one of the days I expected to be talking about football the least.
So, I think the thing that we need to consider with the Christmas number one, just to take it back to that, obviously we need to follow it up with an album.
Can we get like April number one?
These guys
Easter
have got,
number one.
Yeah, when it's easier. Just get it and go, yeah, we can, whenever we want.
Yeah.
an album. Right. Surely everyone's got to have their own track then, haven't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Fairy Tale of New York, but as a drill track.
Fairy Tale of New York is is it Christmas album?
It doesn't have to be, but that's the song I'm doing.
Oh, right, okay. That'll make sense at Easter, won't it? Do you just want to drop one of the F-bombs? You scumbag, you maggot.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore, are you?
Steve Davis, John Parrott. I want to do a diss track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking on all fellow...
You love doing your little Irish gypsy voice.
All Northwest podcasters are getting put in the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, jeez, no.
Why don't we do a gypsy call-out video, but we target Adele, Elton John and Ed Sheeran? And I'll wear a vest in the background and you can just be at the front of it doing it.
Oh, yes, mate. Come on. Come on now. You want a little bit of this? I'll fucking have you. Come on now. Come on, kid. You'll fucking fight me. I'll come on, you Adele. You big old ginger bitch. Come on now.
What the fuck's going on?
Fucking on then.
What do you think about Elton John?
I'll fucking pull his ginger balls off. You dirty bastard. And the fucking other podcasts around here can suck my dick as well. Come on. I'll meet you around the fucking Aldi car park, you bastard. That's something like that. Do you mean something? Do you mean something like that?
Yeah.
Do you mean something like that, Adam? Did you see? Mate, if you're an audio listener, you have missed quite a lot. There was a beautiful point where I got too excited, stood up and tripped over my own laptop and nearly fell backwards. Thank God we've got a small studio. You fucking listen to me, you know. Do you want a bit of this? Or lefty and righty? I'll give you a fucking...
For the audio listeners,
on a tit wank.
Dan is slapping his own tits.
It has been a rough pandemic for me.
I think you look quite good, you
Yeah,
know.
you look like a bloody lovely bear.
Yeah. Sorry, what, Carl? A bloody lovely bear.
Bloody lovely bear.
You do, it's a lovely amount of hair.
Thank you.
I hope you take this the right way. Do you know what you look like? You look like someone fatter who's lost weight.
I just got tired of being tired. What? Who the fuck is that? Who's that? Oh, it's Nate Bargatze. He's like, I'm not in great shape, but I am in great shape if you tell everyone I've lost 6 stone in the last year. It's like, oh, well done for you. He's like, yeah, man. I just got tired of being tired.
Yeah.
Woo! Well, I feel self-conscious.
Put your top back down.
Come on now! You want a little bit of this, Adele? Ed Sheeran, you little ginger bollocks. I'll fucking have you. Meet me in the fucking shopping city, Runcorn car park, outside the fucking Beer and Bergens.
I had a feeling today was going to get a bit out of hand.
I hope they see that, you know. I want to make it to they see that.
I think a lot of women just slid out my DMs.
Unsend.
I don't know, you know.
No?
That bods it in, aren't they, as we've said before?
Do you know what? I preferred cuddly little bear.
I said you didn't say a little bear.
Lovely little bear.
Bloody lovely bear.
A bloody lovely bear.
Like Yogi.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a weird time to call a break, but my tits are cold.
You're going to have to leave your top off for continuity.
Right, cool. I need to stop this section because my boobs are cold. Merry Christmas. Adam, get off your phone. We're going to do a Manscaped ad.
I'm reading what they want us to say.
All right, we'll crack on.
Hello, ho, 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 gentlemen. The holiday season is upon us. And this week's episode, like many others, is brought to you by our partners at Manscaped.com. They've just released a body wash and a shampoo that goes on top of the Performance Package 4.0, including the lawnmower. This is the best in below-the-belt grooming for men worldwide. And with this podcast, you get a bit of discount and free shipping worldwide with the promo code WORD20.
They do.
They do. Dan's a great help with that bit. You shave your balls, your missus will smoke at the pipe with the face a little bit more often.
And she could use it to trim the pum-pum.
She can. And there's the weed whacker. You can shove that up your nose. You won't have hairy nose or ear strolls anymore.
And her arse.
And her arsehole. Shave her arsehole. Shave everything you can possibly find hair on in your house. Shave the cat. You can do whatever you want with the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and you'll get 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the promo code WORD20. In all seriousness, these products are the absolute dog's shaving bollocks and they make a perfect Christmas present. So go and get yourself some stuff right now and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Peace. There's a big exhale there, Carl. It's exciting, isn't it? It's big. Honestly, let's just crack on. Let's just have fun, all right? Wagwan lids. So someone's not got the joke. Wagwan lids. This is from Abby. Abby here. For Christmas, I want to give my boyfriend, Taylor Bow, a sensual gift. He's a dedicated patron.
A what gift?
A sensual gift.
Sensual.
A sensual gift. He's a dedicated patron fan who's always watching your podcasts. One day, I walked in to find Dan talking about a pokey bum wank on the pod and have wanted to experiment with Taylor ever since. However, he won't let me. Please mention this in one of your videos and try and convince Taylor to let me give him the most festive Christmas gift of all. Cheers, Abby.
Just do it. I'd just do it.
Whoa.
Just do it.
Whoa.
Do it. Give your bum all a good wipe. Baby wipes as well. Bit of Domestos. Clean it all up for her. And let her go fucking nuts.
All right, yeah. But Taylor Bow's got to consent. Otherwise, it's a pokey bum rape.
I'm not saying just do it to her.
Oh, no. I thought you were just saying.
I'm not. I am not condoning pokey bum rape.
No, because we've always had a very anti-pokey bum rape stance.
Yeah, don't finger anyone in the arse without asking them first and getting at least a wink.
Oh, a fact. I mean, when we got together to do this podcast 2 years ago, I said to Adam, I was like, I just want to do a podcast where it's like we're in a dressing room of a comedy club where you and I are making each other laugh. But above that, almost as important, if not more important, is we just need to take a really anti-pokey bum rape stance.
We do.
And I live and
What's
die
his name?
by that.
Taylor.
No,
Lad.
Yeah.
Lad.
Abby wants to give you a little present.
Let her start with one and she'll be up to her elbows by Boxing Day. I swear to God.
That don't sound too good.
Give him a little tail. Yeah.
Hang on. Christmas morning? No, it's not Christmas morning. When are you doing the pokey bum wank Christmas present? It's not Christmas morning, isn't it? Right, there are all your presents. Bend over. It's an evening.
Probably before dinner though.
Yeah.
Right, because you're stuffed.
Yeah, you don't want to be fucking Brussels sprouting all over their arm.
Yeah. Just wrap your hand up. Put it under the tree. Be like, yeah, Merry Christmas.
Right.
And
Just in case he's...
A little box, yeah, there's your present, but it's got a hole in the bottom that he doesn't know about, and as he's opening it, you just slowly...
Right. But why would the present be under his arse? Be like, we've got your new cushion. You know,
No. He's just opening it, and he opens it, and it's her finger. And he goes,
If it's a middle
He goes,
finger.
this is going up your body.
Oh, right. All right.
What's that?
Or be like, do you remember whoopee cushions? Do you remember whoopee cushions from when you were a kid? Yeah. Got you a whoopee cushion, be like, and then finger him.
I honestly, at one point, right, I had a whoopee cushion. So I used to read the Beano, right? But I've told you.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know that it makes sense, but it deserves a...
I used to read the Beano.
Pokey bum rape. Hang on, I used to read the Beano. And the Bash Street Kids, gone.
I used to love it.
Who's your favourite character?
Dennis the Menace.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Was Desperate Dan in that?
Yeah,
No,
Desperate Dan was Dandy.
Oh, I like Desperate Dan. I like Dennis the Menace.
What was it? The Bash Street Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nasher and Dennis
Yeah.
were Beano.
Yeah.
The Bash Street Kids were Beano. Who else was in the Beano? The Beano was my favourite. I preferred Beano to Dandy. Desperate Dan was good though. He's like a fucking a cowboy that had clearly done way too much growth hormone.
Yeah, like he looked like Dan Bilzerian.
Charlie the Lesbian Shark.
Oh,
that was the
Charlie
Beano.
the Lesbian
Beano?
Shark.
That was the Beano.
No, is that Dandy? Charlie the Lesbian Shark? Because he used to be like do.
Hey, how can he be a lesbian?
It was trans. It's trans.
He was
shark.
very
No,
forward thinking.
Charlie the girl's name, the lesbian shark.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Charlie
Like Charlie's
with a Y.
Angels.
I said it wrong, didn't I? I was going to do a lesbian shark then, and you cut me off.
But I used to read it, and genuinely,
Dude.
like Dennis, like putting like whoopee cushions on the people and like ruining their day with it. I genuinely was like, and I got a whoopee cushion and stink bombs and stuff, and I honestly thought I was a genuine threat to society with me whoopee cushion and me stink bombs.
You had Biffo the Bear.
What?
Biffo, these are all people from the Beano.
Charlie the Lesbian Shark, because I used to read Charlie the Lesbian Shark and then be like, when I'm going swimming, someone's getting licked out. Go on.
Minnie the Minx, Roger the Dodger,
Minnie the Minx was all right.
the Bash Street Kids, Little Plum, and Billy Whiz.
Yeah, Bash Street Kids.
Billy Whiz, he loved the lemo him. He was constantly coked off his head. Billy Whiz.
Not Wiz.
No? Billy Whiz, yeah. Whiz is coke, isn't it?
No.
Is it not?
Speed, innit?
Speed, innit?
Isn't speed just coke?
No.
Isn't speed just like coke with like more sugar in?
Can we just cut to where you... Can we just...
I
just
thought
cut to where you
speed
go, would you do heroin?
I thought coke was just like I thought speed was just like coke.
Just speed's amphetamine, innit?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all it is revving the engine.
Does it make you run faster?
Speed.
Yeah.
I suppose so, yeah. I don't
an
know if you
EPO.
should go running on speed. You just stay up for 3 days. Yeah.
I used to
Or go to Hard House Nights. Sunday Central, Sheffield.
my mum told me once that one of our neighbours was on speed. But like in a very flippant way. Should I name her?
No.
Irish Kathy, her name was. Right. She lived over the road. She was Scouse, but like had Irish.
Have you
Heritage.
made that name up to protect people? She wasn't like called Belgian Mary or something.
It was
It
Scottish,
was Irish Mary.
Right.
but
it was
it was
Irish
Scottish
Mary.
John as well, wasn't it? What's all this fucking Gaelic first
Well,
names?
You need to like discriminate.
Discriminate. You need to discriminate. before
Against
you
You
say
need to
the
be able to
Celtics.
discriminate.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there was
Alright.
Black Alan, the taxi driver, as well.
Yeah.
That's true as well. I'm sure I've told you
And
that
there was
before.
Peruvian Jeff,
Yeah.
The window cleaner.
Argentinian Bill.
There was 2 Peruvian Jeffs. So there was Peruvian Jeff, the window cleaner, and Peruvian Jeff, the fruit salesman.
Wow, that's a lot of words, isn't it?
Fruit salesman.
Just call him.
Not door to door. Want
Yeah.
some melons there, kid?
Hey, stop calling me Fruity Jeff. I've got a full title, thanks. Peruvian Jeff, the fruit salesman. I know, it's a mouthful, but it's better than Fruity Jeff.
Did you not have this round by yours? Did you not like? It was Irish Mary,
No. You
but
honestly...
her house was always spotless. And I went in once and
How old are you? When was this? Was this the 1870s? Are you doing an Alan Bennett one-man play? Oh, there was Irish Jeff, Peruvian Phil. It's just... so much of your life sounds made up.
There was Black Alan, the taxi driver. Right. There was Irish Mary. There was Scottish John. No,
You were in the Beano.
What?
You were in the Beano. So you fucking loved it. You lived in it.
No, it wasn't Irish Mary. actually.
Charlie,
This is wrong.
the lesbian shark.
It wasn't Irish Mary.
Don't go down the Mersey today,
Irish Mary.
ladies.
Full of effort.
Irish Mary was the one that we rang like hundreds of thousands of pounds over the years worth of deliveries to when she never ordered them.
Who was that?
No, that wasn't her either. There was a woman in the street called Mary who was Irish. That's the end of that story.
Anyway, so speed's amphetamine. Go on.
Next door to us, we had a fella called Roy. Who, there was rumours he was a paedophile, but he was always sound to me.
Because he didn't want to fuck you.
There was Dennis the drug dealer, and that's actually true. Dennis the drug dealer, he had a BMW, and his house just looked a little bit nicer than everyone else's, even though it was in the middle of the terrace on the street. Yeah, but there was one... Oh, Stacey. That's it. Speedy Stacey. Yes.
Speedy Stacey.
We went in once because my mum wanted... I think Stacey sold ciggies.
Right.
A fella, Paul,
You
sold
lived on
ciggies.
Coronation Street, didn't you? When you were-
I actually
There's-
genuinely basically did.
yeah.
You could sit on my doorstep on a Saturday night and watch the street and it was without any shadow of a doubt better than watching the telly. Like, without any shadow of a doubt. The street I grew up on was insane. There was one family who, if you ever fought with one of them, you fought with all of them. But they, more often than not, they were just fighting with each other. They'd be fucking because they'd all go round to one house for a drink every weekend, and it would just boot off. But Speedy Stacey, her house was always...
I can't believe you forgot who did the speed. Was it Irish Mary? Or was it
Peruvian Paul.
Scottish Arthur? Or is it the Swedish House? No, it was Speedy Stacey.
Stacey's fellow was called Paul. Paul sold a combination of ciggies, maybe some other stuff that were too, and he also sold like fake clothes. So I bought a Prada trackie off him at one point.
I was going to say trackies, and knew he sold trackies.
Yeah, and like fake
trackies.
Armani t-shirts.
Why
and
didn't
stuff.
he have a nickname?
What?
Because he did too many things.
He was too intimidating.
Oh, so he was just called Paul. Irish Kev, Irishman, Scottish Beryl, and Paul.
Not on rhymes with trackies either.
Yeah. Paul. But Speedy Stacey, her house was always spotless.
Of course it was.
And I went in once, I think, to buy ciggies with me mum. And I was like, Mum, her house is so clean. And she was like, yeah, she's on speed.
Yeah.
You thought that was Lemo? On the Lemo.
I did. I thought she'd like done some coke and clean the house.
Who'd do that?
What?
Who would do
Speed,
that?
I think it's just cheap. It's just speed's just like cheap, same effects sort of shit. You know the old biker gigs that everyone does? So this sounds like I'm making it up, but for the last 15 odd years, the Disabled Bikers Charity have been having comedy nights or comedy afternoons as part of their Disabled Bikers festivals. And these go on all around the north. And they're like, yeah, do you want to come and do the Disabled Bikers? And they're weird. They are mental, but they're quite fun. And they all do speed. They're a big fan of speed. And I've been offered it mid-afternoon.
That's why they got bikes.
Nicely played.
I've gone fast.
Lovely. I've been offered like speed mid-afternoon on a fucking, you're like, oh, it's a Saturday afternoon gig in East Yorkshire. Line. You're like, even me who likes drugs are like, no, because I've got to drive to Sheffield to do the last laugh and I don't need speed to deal with the M18. But
motorway knowledge.
Katie Mulgrew and Lee Martin got married. And because Lee Martin from Gag Reflex has been booking acts for the Disabled Bikers for so long, they invited some of the bikers. Rick was one of them. And I was pissed. No, there wasn't any other drug. It was a drug-free wedding. And I saw Rick, the disabled biker, with his like cane, walking around, looking like an absolute like Hell's Angel.
He fills it with coke, doesn't he?
What?
He calls it his cocaine.
Mate, it's hard to get a story out, but when you've got gold dripping out of this man, you've just got to harvest it. So I was like, Rick, have you got any speed? And he was like, yeah. Of course he had.
Guess I'm at the end
So
of that.
for absolutely no reason, I had a line of speed at my mate's wedding. And I was really helpful that whole wedding because I was a groomsman. And as the other groomsmen were like hammered, I was like, right, everyone, who needs taxis? Are you going home? Cool, I'll get taxis. I'll flag one down. Don't worry about it. Let's form a queue. It was amazing. One of the girls there.
Is speed like the limitless drug?
No, it's just like someone has jammed batteries up your arse. It's not, you don't feel great. You don't feel elated. There's no like good feelings. There's no serotonin. You are just, it's like it almost feels like 100 coffees without the heart attack.
That's limitless, isn't it? Just hyper-focus?
No, because limitless is more like that sort of like, you feel great. Yeah, you're smarter. Speed doesn't make you smarter. It just revs your engine. And all night I was like, and I didn't sleep. Fuck me, is it strong? It's not good stuff,
What's disabled bikers? Like stabilizers?
What?
I don't get what disabled bikers
It's for bikers who've fallen off their bike, become disabled, and there's a charity for them.
Oh, so they're not still bikers?
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They all turn up on their... I've done one. They all turn up on their bikes. There's hundreds.
You don't have to be disabled to go to a disabled bikers festival.
No, but I'm
So
saying
it's like Pride. It's like Pride for disabled bikers. Like, you either have to be a disabled biker or support them.
It's not like...
It's disabled biker pride.
It sounds like we're doing
But they don't do it in city centres. They do it in fields in Yorkshire on Tuesday afternoons.
Sounds amazing.
And yeah, everyone's leathered up and for some reason speed's their weapon of choice, and so-and-so's lost a leg, and then they remember the mates that, because being on, like guys who've got bikes will know this, it's fucking dangerous, and they've lost mates to it. And so it's part of a fundraising thing to help disabled bikers.
Sick, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some
but
of them
then also,
the sound.
there's such a, you can say whatever you want crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, like at the Last Dance, the people who did fine were the people like, so, the pandemic's been difficult, hasn't it? I tell you what, I've been locked in the house. It's the same, you know, because the Last Dance, when we did it at the Frog, was so mental. The crowd were like, do mental. And that's why Jamie H going, was so popular, because it was mental and it suited the night. Those biker gigs are like that, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere near Hull, in a fucking tent. And obviously, like all the festivals, doesn't kick off properly with the music till later. The afternoon slots are perfect for comedy. But they turn up, and if you show, I mean, you'll have done it. If you look like you don't know what you're doing, or if you start stuttering or get nervous,
Eat you alive.
oh man! And they really enjoy it. It's a balls out comedy. The best comic I've ever seen at one of those is like Glenn Wool.
Yeah.
Who's the guys who walk on and just do alpha. Not necessarily always the best comedy. The disabled biker gigs just want to see. If someone shouts,
They want you to own it.
yeah, if someone shouts, fuck you, you specky twat, you just have to be like, fuck you and your ugly wife. And they're like, hey! They're like banging stumps together. Hey! He's got his amputated foot and he's banging it off his wife. Fucking she's minging. That is literally 10 past 2 in the afternoon. They're great and they're all on speed. Phenomenal.
I took a risk when I did it, because I got told the only thing you can't joke about is the biker way of life. And I just, like, they were like, if you sort of look down on them and you're like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? And I just went on and I was like, I've been told the only thing I can't take the piss out of is your way of life. But you are all in a field on a Saturday, aren't you? And the promoters just offered me drugs. And if you don't think that's funny, that's not on me.
Yeah.
Did they laugh?
Yeah, if they like you.
Yeah.
I've seen people, it's hard. Because they're not, you know, some crowds are like, you're a bit shit. We're just going to chat between us. Nah, that's not how that goes down. The bikers, they don't give a fuck. Absolutely hammered, loving it. And once they think you're all right, you get the energy of like the best gig you ever get on a Saturday night. You know, like when you're in a comedy club and you just walk on, and it's like, wow, this is why we love those. Very rare at festival gigs on an afternoon you get that same kind of energy. If you go and stick it to them a little bit and they get on board, and it's a combination of the fact that they're, you know, still pissed from the night before and they've got speed in them, but fuck me, does that start flying. Like, you can rip those gigs in a really amazing way.
So, in summary, Taylor, let your bird finger you on Boxing Day.
Yeah, so that's what
Or join a biker gang.
Or,
One of the two.
yeah.
Or
get a disabled biker to finger you.
If she goes too far and fists you and you become disabled, get a bike and go to the biker rallies.
Because they're nice.
Yeah.
Get some speed.
Can we start a biker gang? Or us 5?
He's got a Kia Sportage.
Yeah, well, you can buy a...
Give that to your dad. Hey, Adam, I need to speak to you. I'm not very happy about this. Apparently you're disabled and now you've got a biker gang. You don't tell me nothing. I want a trike.
Oh, like a Billy Connolly one?
Yeah.
A pedal one or a motor one?
Yeah, pedal one. Because you wouldn't get...
For Christmas?
You wouldn't get bummed to death. Even Elton John would be like, you fucking pussy!
So hang on, Christmas present wise, just to check, you like Sykes. Is that what you're telling me? I'm just checking. He did say he likes Sykes, didn't he?
What about them yellow and red cars that you push with your feet? They're good then. They're 4 wheels though, aren't they?
How did we end up doing what do you like for Christmas, Dan? I didn't see it coming.
Do you like the Flintstones?
Yeah.
Do you like duvets?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just
Good to know.
I love Flintstone too.
Do you want a new jumper, Dan? Because that one looks like it got stuck at the airport and they tried to send it to London.
That's a phenomenal slam there, Carl.
You don't even wear your glasses when you're driving.
What the fuck was that?
I tell you what, Carl, it's going to be tricky for me to get back up from that one.
You all right?
Let me just take a moment. Wow.
Let's get you a new hat.
Bloody lovely bear. Wow, that turned sour quick, didn't it?
You are?
What's your favourite animal? Genuinely?
Good question.
I like otters.
Like remote controlled animals?
You find me a remote control otter, and you can wrap that up with that Flintstone duvet cover that you won't be able to find either.
A remote control otter defo exists.
100% doesn't. Hey, Steve, better get on to Judy because we're going to need someone in Chongqing.
To get a remote control.
There'll be a website like, yeah, of course. Remote control otter, DHK, £12.
Here we go.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Thank you.
They'll have one in Mankind next week.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Is there a remote control plane called an otter? Oh, mate. Hey, can I just say, me and Bondi a few years ago, we did Christmas presents for each other. When we were both single, we had money and no wives to be wonderful and waste our money. We were like, Christmas present, right, what's it? And we just, like one Christmas we did, it's got to fly. You can do Christmas presents, but it had to fly. So I spent 200 quid on a remote control aeroplane that me and Bondi, my mate Tim, made on like the 27th. Spent ages, and he's quite meticulous because he's a dentist. He likes to do everything properly. I'd have just been gluing wings on and it had been fucked. He did it properly. Had a couple of beers. We were going out for drinks later. We were like, while the light's still good, we'll go to like the local park. Drove round, got it out. He was really proud of it. We stood there. There was only us in the whole field. There was no one else. And he had the engine running. It was like, and in theory, you just meant to like, let it just, I don't know what you're meant to do, just get it going or whatever. And he sort of did that. And it looped. It was almost like if you'd have tried to do it, it wouldn't have been able to do it. It looped in what was no more than 2 meters and just went, and it exploded. and we just literally went, cool, never mind, off to the pub. And we never did. It has to fly Christmas presents again. It was so annoying, but also just comical. And I almost wish there'd been a crowd for it. Just went, 200 quid in the fucking dirt.
Flying otters.
Flying otters, come at me, bro. Seriously, what have you got anything that you want for Christmas from me?
From you?
Are we doing any sort of lean-ins or
I've got yours ready.
have you boxed it?
Yeah.
I just did I did a couple of bits for you guys. Yeah.
Yours came this morning.
Weirdly, I did Adams first. I just saw a couple of things.
I'm aware of them.
Oh yeah, I showed
Are
you.
you more of a Pokemon or a Digimon man?
I think that's honestly, if I'm anything to do with Pokemon or Digimon, it's basically paedophilia in it. What am I doing at 40 years old?
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Then.
What's that?
No, shh.
What's happening? What are you doing?
Fear in the voice.
No, I don't want this. What's
You got
that?
any more questions?
Did we do one?
We've done one.
Do you know what we saw the other day, Dan?
Mate, do you know how much, Abby, I would love you to finger my arse? Sounds great. It sounds great. I don't know, even if you don't enjoy it.
You don't want to make that noise though.
No.
No.
It's be nice and
All
clean.
right.
If anything, you want it to be like, whoop.
I think that's more worrying. Finger went in your arse. Echo. Fucking hell, Adam. How big's your arse?
Duck quacks don't echo, do they? You heard about that?
What?
You know, if a duck
Get your
quacks,
arsehole out. Let's try it.
Well, that was good.
duck quacks don't echo. Like they won't, even in an echo chamber, they won't echo.
Right, cool. Well, you do the research on that. Do you like echo chambers, Dan? See?
You ever been to an echo chamber?
What?
Ducks, quacks, don't echo.
I've been closer to his arsehole. Echo.
False.
Oh, I think listen, if you're a female listener, we should do a little thing because maybe Abby's not going to, because you've got to ask permission. What we said, we live and die by it.
Only finger people who said yes.
Yeah,
Or-
you have to be like, we wish you a Merry
something.
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Wanna finger your ass?
Do you know what it is though? Genuinely,
Have you washed your ass? 'Cause I've clipped my nails. Have you? Go on.
is this going to be on the album? Do you know what it is? He doesn't want to do it because he thinks it makes him gay. That is genuinely the only reason men don't want to be fingered in their arsehole or pegged or licked bumholes. Like they
I licked the upon Mars. Man don't lucky finger.
Men need to let that go.
What about the duck call?
Yeah?
That's not gay, is it, bro?
No? It better not be, because I do it every time I come.
Freddie Quinn.
Oh, fuck, I'd hate to see Freddie come. Oh, top 5 comes.
You know what it's like?
You know, that jizz was like... I think everyone should think... Sorry, Adam, carry on.
I just think, men need to... It's only gay if it's a man's finger. And even then, that's fine,
It's not gay if it's a man's finger.
In your bumhole.
Only if he makes direct eye contact with you.
Yeah, if you're facing that way, I suppose it could be anyone's finger, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Unless it's hairy.
Mate,
It's gay if it's hairy.
It's not gay if it's an appointment.
That's actually true. Yeah.
It is it.
Yeah.
Get it to be a play doctor. I want to check your bumhole. Yeah.
Shall we just listen for our female listeners who are of the heteronormative sexuality persuasion? Let's finger some arseholes for Christmas, guys. Come on, let's have a little Christmas arsehole drive. Never mind, Chris. What about this Christmas number 1? Christmas number 1 digit. Let's finger some arseholes. On Boxing Day, haveawordpod@gmail.com.
And then next year, we'll do it again, and we'll call it in for a penny, in for a pound.
Wow. Nice.
Don't let Finn finger your ass, though, because you will end up...
Oh,
Finn could pick my nose by fingering my ass.
Christ. No, thank you, Finn. You've got a big finger. That's the joke, isn't it? Finn's got a big finger, and that would hurt if it was in your bottom.
Carve his initials in tomorrow's poo.
Let that one hang. Ooh. Thanks for that, Abby.
Oh, my God.
25 minutes and 20 seconds of absolute shite. Carl, that was rough, mate. Shout out to Carl, who landed one of the second best joke of the whole podcast on this week's Patreon episode. And it got the respect it deserved as well.
What was the best one?
Carl's as well. Carl's had 2 of the best jokes of the whole podcast. But he's never got his top off and been racist against white people. So
who's winning?
Maybe you want to think about that.
Maybe you want to think about that.
One last question before we go to a much-needed break. Wag lids. Thank you, Daniel Johnson, for another wonderful question. And knowing that it's not Wagwan. Come on, Abby. Get your finger out. New patron here. Would you rather have sex with a cow for... No, this is not from Daniel Johnson. It's from Tim. I have had so many emails from Daniel Johnson. I'm just assuming it's from him.
Tim's Dr. Canary, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, Tim Canary.
It's a new patron, Dr. Canary. Dr. Canary's been a patron for ages.
I don't know. Dr. Canary's a Tim. It's Tim Hemmon.
So
Maybe there's more than one Tim.
No.
I'm just saying it.
I genuinely don't know if there is.
Wag lids. New patron here. Would you rather have sex with a cow for £2 million, but it's recorded and shown on...
She's a cow.
I'll start it again. Would you rather have sex with a cow for £2 million, but it's recorded and shown on all major news channels and on the internet forever? Or fuck the cow for no money, but it's not recorded? Love the pod. Cheers. Tim.
So hang on. Trevor McDonald is on the news going, or his replacements, because he's probably dead or retired now. And he's like, thousands died in Syria today due to a terrorist explosion. But as he's saying that, behind him is me shagging a cow.
No, I think it's a separate story.
It's forever.
It says forever.
That's every day.
On the news channel and shown on all the major news channels. I think that's a separate thing. So it's shown on all the major news channels as a story, which would be a weird thing to end the show. And finally,
you know what's going
and on
on
the internet forever, as in the clips are on the internet forever.
Right. So it's not like on the background of the Google homepage.
Like picture in picture.
No, as in like it's not going anywhere. It can't be deleted. Also, I don't think it's going to become part of sort of popular culture, isn't it? If for some random reason all major news channels do cover this as one of the top stories, Adam Rowe fucking a cow for £2 million, or either way you have to fuck a cow, or you just get to do it in private, no money, but no one knows.
Can we give the patrons 48 hours early access?
Oh, it's content, yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Content is king.
Content is king.
If you have to fuck a cow, £2 million, but everyone knows. Cows are really one of the creatures I would like to fuck the least.
I don't even know where a cow's pussy is, actually.
They are. It's all around the back, and I just think, genuinely, when I
such immediate.
I worked on a farm. I worked on a farm when I was 16. Cows are stinky, dumb animals. What?
This is rare, isn't it?
Yeah, I did. Mr. Beasley's farm.
Piss off.
Not even joking. I was the farm hand.
No. Did you shag his wife?
Mrs. Beasley?
Yeah, she always shags the farmman, doesn't she?
No, she was a lovely woman. She had 3 children that I was the same age as. Dave Beasley, I went to drama group with her. This isn't bullshit.
And you've waited till episode 150.
Have I never told you that I worked on a farm for a bit?
I don't think so.
It was my Saturday job for a bit.
What was your other job?
What
Did you do? Were you shoveling shit?
Yeah.
Was you?
I had to change out, like, clean out the cows, clean out the pigs. I love the pigs. Pigs are sound. Pigs are smart and they're funny to fuck with. Like, they're great.
Ooh.
No, but just like, like some animals you respect. So you'd go in with the pig feed and the pigs would be like, we'll eat you right now. If you fall over, we will eat your face. It was fun. And they'd come at you. You go in the cows and they're like, you're like, dickhead, it's me again. Do you remember from last week? Why are you shitting it? I'm cleaning your poo and I'm bringing you food. You fucking moron. Cows like,
I immediately feel
dumb
sorry
as fuck.
for Eton and Jack. And what does the dog do? Woof. Well done. And what does the cow do? Meow. That's right. And the cow?
They are the dumbest fucking animals. I'm sorry, if you're pro cow, when everyone's like, I don't eat beef, I'm like, I will chow it down. They are dumb cunts. You go in the cow pen, and they're literally like, they see you and they're like, they can't walk backwards properly, so they're like, oh my guy's coming! Coming to change your fucking food, idiot. You're getting the pigs in like, yeah, bitch. You try and trip over now, we're going to eat you, boy. The pigs were fucking great fun.
What pigs eat here?
The pigs attack you. So we had one big sow, which is like the mother pig, and then she'd had a litter. So in my time, we went from having small little piglets that were cute as fuck. I probably worked there for 6 months a year. And at one point, later on, before they got sold, they're quite big. So I watched them get bigger and bigger. When they were... oh, this is brutal. When they were first born, there was the litter. And I was 16, so I was like, oh, piglets. And it is cute. And they're in with the mum then. So they're all suckling. And I noticed that one of them was like small, like visibly smaller than his siblings. And I was like, Farmer Beasley, Mr. Beasley, one of the pigs is small and I don't think he's doing too well. And I thought because he was a farmer, he'd be like, oh, don't worry. We'll take him in the farmhouse. We'll put him next to the fire. We'll give him milk and we'll get him stronger again. He went, oh, yeah, he's a runt, grabbed it by the legs and fucked it onto a massive pile of manure. Literally, I thought he was going to grab him and go, we'll take him in the house. He got him and, like, literally, Tom Brady, 40-yard pass. He'd thrown runt pigs on manure for years. He didn't even look at where the manure was. He just went, yeah, it's a runt, fucked. Whoom! And this pig went, whee!
He knows where the goal is, Dan.
Holy shit. I was like, ah,
Did it die? So wasn't it just living on a big pile of shit then?
no, it was like struggling to get to the teat. It just died out there.
Yeah, but didn't it die on a big pile of poo?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just blow its head off?
Yeah, the humane thing to do is to fucking
Shotgun back at the
shoot
head.
it.
Right. There'll be people in agriculture that'll be like, why waste a fucking bullet on a runt? I can almost imagine them saying it. It's not a dog. It's not like a trusted family pet.
It's a thing. It lives.
I know.
He should have shot it.
Can I tell you what I did?
Oh, did you shag it?
What?
I don't know what you do on
On
the
the
farms. In the poo.
I think that'd be frowned upon.
I don't think he gives a fuck. He throws pigs on
I
piles
think
of shit.
there's an unspoken rule in agriculture that you don't fuck a piglet.
I don't think there is.
No. No. So I was like, I can't leave Runty out there. This is totally true. I was like, I knew it was just on the pile of manure, like, oh God, so cold, sir. Just wanted some milk. So I got one of the spades and I was just going to end it. Rather than it just starving or having crows poke its eye out, I just thought, I'll just put the spade blade on its neck and just go through it and just like, I basically wanted to humanely end it for
That's
Runty.
good. It's good that you did that because that is humanely ending it.
So I went onto the pile of manure. It's quite a big pile. Went on top. Like Runty was literally just there, like just fucking flew for the first time in its life. And I put the spade on its neck. And in my head, it was going to be grim, but I was like, I can't just let you. This is better. And I thought it would just like chop its head off, basically, and just like it'd be ended it. And I put my weight on the thing and then pushed, and he just disappeared about a meter into the shit. He just literally went neck first and just went. And the spade went in. Nothing broke. His neck just went sideways and he just disappeared into the poo. I pulled the spade out. I just ran off because I was like, oh, I think I might get bollocked, for drowning a piglet in plop. So that was 1997.
That is the most harrowing story we've ever told on this podcast.
It's totally true.
For all you know, it's still there.
Bigger.
Shit.
It's survived.
I'm coming for you, Dan. Anyway, I ate cows.
What was the question?
Tim says, I don't know. I'm not fucking any cows. 2 million. At least you're doing it in a TV studio, maybe.
It's not 2 mil.
No.
Oh, is it not?
Not really.
So you want to fuck a cow secretly then?
That's the other option. 2 mil and everyone knows.
Yeah.
Or,
So what's the everyone knows though? Everyone goes and is the cow shagger.
yeah.
So you can't really make a living because I was the cow shagger. Like
I
Pooh
don't
Girl.
know.
Remember Pooh Girl?
I'm a piglet murderer now, so I'm not.
I'm a bit speechless about that one, Dan. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird story, isn't it? It's funny though.
Think about what happened in that pig's head. It's like,
Yeah.
it's back of the queue essentially.
Yeah.
Like, he's just back of the queue. And it's looked up and seen you point at it. And the farmer go, and it's landed on a big pile of shit. And it's like, oh, fucking hell. And then it's seen you coming over with a spade. It's like, oh, he's going to pick me up and take me back to the queue.
Yeah.
And you've gone, no. Into the shite you go.
I really thought it'd be I drowned him in poo.
You did drown a pig in poo.
Yeah.
That's mad.
It's still better than... No, it's bad.
Did you do anything else on the farm? It was like your last day.
Can I be honest? I have almost no memories of that few months of my life, apart from thinking, fuck me, it's cold in the winter, which it literally felt like it went dark at about 2:30. It was that sort of out of North Preston. And then when we'd finished, your hands would be freezing and we'd go in and we'd watch Jeff Stelling do Soccer Saturday. And Mr. Beasley'd just make butter on toast and then put salt on it. And I remember thinking, watching him do that, going, you're going to have
What a weird way to say piece of toast. You would make butter on toast.
Yeah, make toast with loads of butter on and then put salt on it.
Do you not do that with your toast anyway? I put salt on everything, me.
Do you put salt on toast?
And pepper.
Yeah, no. Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
You're just a heart attack waiting to happen, aren't you?
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I watched him, he was a large man, put so much salt on. Even at 16 when I knew nothing about it, I was like, you're going to have a heart attack. He had triple bypass surgery about 8 years later. Not messing. So yeah, that was my life it's weird, isn't it?
I can't believe you've not told. Is that true?
I can believe he hasn't told it before. Yeah, no, I believe it. I can see the horror in his eyes. I'm closer than you.
It's just a random story, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going out with a girl called Katie. It must have been 17 then. From Katie Lambert from college. And I used to go to hers on a Saturday and I couldn't get the smell of shit off. You're like, because just working on the farm is disgusting.
Like Macbeth.
So I had to use Swarfiga. Have you ever used Swarfiga? Yeah. It's like farmer soap.
Can get the fucking pig's blood
So I
off
used to get round to her house and be like, oh, she was like, you fucking hum. What you been doing today? Murdering piglets.
I'm dying for a break. I'm starving. I'd really like
Some bacon.
a bacon butter, yeah.
Get on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, hell has frozen over. We've finally been fucking nominated for a fucking award. We've been nominated by the legends over at podbiblemag.com in the comedy section of this year's awards on their website. We're very excited. We want to win this one. It's a public vote. Go to podbiblemag.com right now and vote for us. Fuck everyone else. We're the best.
And if you follow us on socials, if you don't follow us on socials, at Have a Word Pod, and then retweet, share things. If you see it, give it a like. Give this video a like. Subscribe. Do everything. Rub your tits on our podcast.
That's staying in. Yeah, no, I'll do. Yeah, ring the bell as well.
Rub your tits on our podcast.
Thank you.
Get on me. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Just had a song played on the national radio, didn't we? That's not important. No, Paul McCaffrey's here.
Hey! Who had to sit and listen to us on a radio station.
I can't believe it.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
If you end up on Top of the Pops on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
it's like fucking Lid Actually. I think you've missed a trick not going with La Christmas, or all I want for Christmas is yous.
Carl's going to dress up as Elton John if we go on Top of the Pop.
Oh man, I really hope it happens.
I'm gonna disrespect Elton, saying that in the first half. I'm just going to tell him to go and get me a fucking coffee. We're number one now, lad.
This is how Adam gets TV opportunities. He looks down the camera and threatens the BBC. Thanks for coming up, mate.
Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
Absolute legend that is, Paul McCaffrey.
Wow, thank you.
I can't believe people literally gigs are back and people are like, yeah, definitely want to come and do the pod with you. This is where we've got to now, where we're getting like the comics that we love, and they're like,
I've been
we'll
trying to get this guy for a year. And he's been like, yeah, can't do that one, and then this
I bet
one
you
just
say
happened
that
to
to
win.
everyone.
Yeah, you know,
I know.
it's you we've been waiting on.
Has he been a hard get?
Yeah,
No, not at all. It's just not worked,
Yeah,
logistic
been
wise.
avoiding
But
us.
I've been wanting to do this for ages. It's a pleasure to be here.
thanks for coming up. Co-host of your own podcast with Sean Walsh now as well.
Yeah,
The
I'm in the
What's Upset You Now.
podcasting game now.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Short, 15 minutes. I think that's
I still can't get my head around it, but touche.
it's. I think what's good about it is
Go on.
unbelievably boring. Well, just people have got so many podcasts that they listen to now, and they're like, "Oh, I can't take another one on." So I think with the 15 minutes, you could just sort of squeeze it in.
Wow, we have really attacked that from a different angle. Haven't we?
Yeah.
What we've done is we throw out so much content that we're actively trying to
clear
get
your
you-
week.
Yeah. Don't listen to any other pods. Fuck that. The other pod can be 15 minutes long. Maybe you can watch that. It's worked for us though, hasn't it? Long form, and it's working for you. The short form.
Seems to be going all right. I think. Yeah.
How's Sean? Sean is a whinger. You're a different type of whinger.
I think, well, someone put it quite nicely. Sean moans about everyone else, and I kind of moan about myself, and I think that's sort of...
yes.
So he does observational stand-up about how much of an idiot everyone else is, and I do observational stand-up about how much of an idiot I am, and I think, that's exactly what it is. So quite a lot of it is me trying to make him see reason, and failing. But yeah, it's just basically us two moaning for 15 minutes.
And at the end of it, it's two of the best comics in the country talking shit, innit?
But moaning's also so funny, and we all fucking love a moan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But at the end of it, it's two dead good comics doing
Yeah.
But then the whinging.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying fucking Teresa and Barry from The Office should start the moaning podcast.
I tell you who else is a fat cunt. I tell you who else is a fat cunt. The pod. Is it Teresa and Barry?
Yeah.
Barry, we have been hitting Barry so hard as the
It's
go-to.
just such
Is that your go-to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry puts a
that's your
picture
go-to
in your head.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
It puts a picture in your head, Barry, though, doesn't it? He's fat. He's not happy.
It sounded like you're about to start
Barry.
a football chant then. He's fat, he's round, his ass is on the ground. Barry.
No, but Barry's in my head are all a bit chubby, but not enormous, and they're just a bit depressed, and they wear a tie that they don't like.
Is any sexy baddies?
Barry White.
He was a sexy man.
Still chubby, though.
What a chubby get.
Fat Barry.
Chubby get him.
Can you think of a thin Barry? Barry from EastEnders?
Alistair Barry.
Barry Hearns.
Barry Earn.
Barry Hearns.
Barry McGuigan.
Barry McGuigan.
Famously thin.
The boxer?
Whip it like.
He was thin. They called him the thin assassin.
Everything about that man is thin. His moustache.
The skinny assassin.
The thin assassin?
The skinny assassin, that's what they called him.
Barry, the thin assassin!
He's good at boxing, but he's a fucking ninja at Slimming World. Watch this cunt go.
Barry Bannon.
Barry Bannon, that Scottish lad
Yeah.
that didn't fulfil his potential.
What's Barry Manilow look like?
Barry Manilow.
Thin, but a huge hooter.
Yeah.
All the weight
massive
in his
nose.
face.
Really fucks him on weigh-ins. I'd have lost 8 stone if it wasn't for this fucking...
Not if he leans forward. I think he could sort of just about trick it so that his nose doesn't come into the...
Shout out all the Barrys.
Speaking of weigh-ins, the other day I weighed myself, then went for a poo and weighed myself again, and I'd put weight on. I'm not even messing.
Did you step on the scale twice?
What do you mean?
You know, you meant to weigh yourself on the second time you step on the first.
I know that.
Yeah, hang on.
So how the fuck did you put weight on?
I know.
No.
Did you eat on the way back from a shit?
No.
Right.
Yeah,
shit,
shit.
antimatter is what happened.
Well, I don't understand.
A shit, a black hole.
Right, okay, cool. Well, good luck on your weight loss journey, because it sounds
What have you been
fucked.
eating? So celery, like you burn more calories.
No, it was me
eating-
morning poo.
Celery! Yeah.
What happened?
He's
Yeah.
used
Shut out a
celery
load of lettuce and actually weighed more after the...
It was me morning poo. I have a poo as soon as I get up in the
Me
morning.
too. That's me, one a day.
Well, that's where we differ.
Oh, really? I'm one, I get it done first thing, and if I have to have 2 shits in a day...
I have at least 1 poo per meal.
1 poo per minute. Some people, it just registers straight away. Like, oh, I'm going to... That's not right, is it? That's
No,
got-
it's not right.
It's not right. It's absolutely not right.
Especially when you're snacking a lot as well. That's your problem. Every time he eats, he needs a shit, which is a problem when you're eating on the way back from a shit.
What do
It's
you-
a vicious circle.
What do you think, kind of like, outside of a kind of illness, would be kind of like the most shits you've had in a day if you're not kind of...
A normal but like slightly above average day.
yeah.
11?
Jeez.
Fuck off.
Honestly.
Not a chance. Your arsehole must be ruined.
On a hangover, I get easily into double figures.
Are they all new poos?
What do you mean? It's recycling.
Oh, what? So you a bit of residual shit?
Yeah,
You're
like
"Oh, I
you
didn't
haven't
manage
finished
to-"
the
Yeah,
poo.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
The other day, I had a second full poo whilst I was still on the toilet having my first one. So I had a full poo.
No, that's just one. That's
No,
just
no.
one big poo in 2 halves.
No, it wasn't. No.
With analysis from Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville.
I swear to God, I had a full poo and I was just comfy and warm because right next to my toilet's a radiator. So I was just sat there just scrolling away, right?
You've got a radiator right next to where you shit.
I didn't build the house.
No, good. Yeah.
Do you know that?
That was lack of foresight, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Someone with IBS might live here. Where should we put the radiator?
I don't poo on the radiator.
No, I know, but that hot air when that. Oof,
You definitely have though.
Anyway, I was sat there scrolling, and then I was sat there post poo for 10 minutes, right? And I'm just enjoying TikTok after TikTok after TikTok, and then I felt something in my stomach, and then I had another one that was, if anything, bigger than the first one.
See, I could understand that if you had kids and you like just wanted to sort of like have that extra time in the toilet, but to just stay in the toilet for an extra 10 minutes when you finished your business is insane.
You've never seen anyone like with social media like Adam. He crashed his car in January last year, and I would bet that he was in that car for at least 15 minutes checking Twitter before he was like, I better get
Before he
out of
phoned the
this.
RAC.
Yeah. The police are like, do we need to break out? He's like, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Just finishing the tweet. In a snowbank. Lad. Hashtag get on me. Hashtag AA.
But anyway, yeah, I woke up, stepped on the scales, off, back on, got me right number, and it's on the exact same tile in the bathroom, me scales, so that it can't be on a different angle. It's always that one. I got on, I had a poo, a big one as well, got back on, and I'd put a pound on.
Imagine how annoying that'd be if you were like a UFC fighter.
Oh, mate,
Just before
upper
you,
division.
Yeah, just before the big fight, and you're like, "Don't worry, got a shit." Oh, I've missed weight.
Oh man, you should have fucking held it in.
How much have you spent on the how much are these scales worth?
What?
Well, how much did you pay for the
My
scale?
missus got them off Amazon.
How
I think
much?
they're about 300 quid.
No.
What?
What do they do?
Well, they're like the big ones you get in the doctors that's got a big...
Punch bag.
And you've got Joe Rogan and Dana White behind you. And some girl in a Corona top.
With a towel.
Do you know when they go
No.
over and they
How
move
much
the little thing on that? What are they doing?
Getting the weight
The weighing,
balance.
yeah.
That's the balance. When it balances, that's the perfect weight. It's a
Right.
really, really specific, not specific, what do I mean?
Accurate
way of doing it.
I met
Because what you're on £9.99 fucking Argos piece of shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
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 How much are you meant to spend on scales?
I just think that's the problem. Isn't that you have pooed dark matter, or that you are some form of anal wizard who can put weight on while shitting. It's that you spent $7.99 from Index on a fucking
Index. What a shop.
from the
shop.
past. And that's
before.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
Yeah, I just like to have a shower afterwards. That's my...
Yes.
Yeah, then
get
be
in.
done for the day. Have you just not constantly got a dirty arse on?
Oh my God! Thank
See,
you
you
so
sounded so
much.
Jamaican. You constantly got a dirty asshole.
It's just not.
What is it with white people?
It's just not possible for me, lad. Like unless like Marks and Spencer start putting showers in their bathrooms.
Unless
where
you
you
started
go?
driving a Winnebago around to gigs.
Have you
Where's
talked
Adam?
about this on here? When you're out in public, will you kind of go for a fancy...
I wanna make an app
to
called
find the best public toilets.
Yeah.
Hotels.
Rate My Poo Station. I want to call it.
You are going to find a boyfriend pretty quick with that app, by the way. What's it?
Euphemism.
They'll be like, oh my God, there's just toilets everywhere. I've not met anyone. You're like, no, it's genuinely for toilets, lads.
Poo stations, your ass.
God's head.
Yeah, there's a couple of really good ones in Liverpool.
Pitch it
Yeah.
to Elton.
Liverpool one, Marks and Spencer's. They're the best ones.
Do you? Yeah. So, like I'll go to, if I'm in central London particularly, I'll kind of go into a hotel and I'll just walk in pretending I'm looking for someone that I'm meeting to sort of like get past reception.
Which hotel's your favourite?
There's one sort of on the way from Waterloo to the Comedy Store on the left in Leicester Square, and I can't remember what it's called. But like whenever I've had to stop, I've been caught short there.
You know, like literally diverting so you can have a shit at the Ritz, are you?
yeah, that kind of thing. But then
like
I'll sort
it.
of walk in. I'm like,
Go on.
I look at my watch. I'm sure they said. Did
they say I should
sorry,
shit my
just walk in
pants?
straight
So
down
hang
to
on,
the
you
toilet.
do that as if you're looking for someone and then head immediately into the bathroom.
Yeah, and do my dirty business.
I know where he'll be.
You know the sort of hotel toilet where they've got individual hand towels and kind of like molten brown hand wash.
And the receptionist thinks you're meeting your butt like, oh, that gay guy's here again. Yeah. Oh, where am I meeting him? What time am I meeting him in the toilet?
There's no rules against it though. Like
I don't think they're really that keen on people coming in to have a big shit in their toilet, are they? No,
Do you
there's
know,
no rule.
So actually, last week we did our Secret Sunday show in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because there's no toilets in Pins where we did that show that aren't also customer toilets. And because we've spoke about my obvious IBS on this before, I knew if I walked into the toilet and any of our listeners see me go in a cubicle, they'd be like, well, this is news and we're going to stay and see, and they're weird and they'd want to smell it and no.
And then we could lose a patron.
Or they'd over the top. I was like, no. So I went back to Ben Brazil where we'd had our lunch.
That's quite a walk.
It is. And I went, excuse me, mate. I think I've left my sunglasses in the bathroom.
November the 26th. We walked in.
It was pitch black.
At 5 p.m. Dark as fuck. Love it.
And he went, yeah, go and have a look. And he must have thought I was giving it a good search. Because I was in there.
Like the Godfather when the gun's hidden underneath the system.
Hey, Ben Brazil toilets have seen some fucking action, haven't they?
Yeah.
They are a place that just...
Oh, the protein.
Yeah, they have women come around going, would you like more meat? And then another guy comes around and like, do you want more meat? They've spent some money on porcelain.
If your turnaround is as quick as his is, you'd be like...
Yeah, every time they slice something off. Do you want some spiced pork? I do. Just check that's not occupied. Oh, I love Ben Brazil. I enjoyed that.
Ages.
I enjoyed that.
You were hesitant as well, weren't you?
There was something about that Colombian woman with a massive fucking machete and like
Thank God he said machete. Eh?
I was like, where's he going?
The Colombian woman with a massive machete.
How is that not weirdly sexy? She looked like a lesbian version of Salt Bay.
You've told me I'm mental for this before, or maybe it was Carl. Women
Power.
Women who are powerful are attractive, and especially if they've got knives.
Yeah, she's working for £8.20 an hour at Ben Brazil. I just found the visual of her with a massive machete and me.
But you got to use your imagination. Just because she's not powerful doesn't mean you can't imagine she is. The machete helps, doesn't it?
Sorry.
It's
You're
like
not
when I say I want
Bridget Nielsen, is that your kind of...
Hang on.
my God,
I let a lot of bullshit go on this. Did you just say women who are powerful are attractive. Just because she's not powerful, you use imagination. Pretend she's powerful. Is that what gets you off?
But the machete helps with that, doesn't it?
Right. I suppose,
It's like when I say like I like a girl in a tennis skirt. She doesn't need to be a tennis player.
A powerful
Are you just
one.
thinking of that Athena poster where she's kind of lifted one side of the skirt up and...
No. Like I like more to the imagination.
He's got a big thing for Emily Mauresmo.
Right.
He's big.
Now a tennis skirt with a chainsaw.
What the hell are you
Game
talking
of tennis
about?
is this?
Genuinely in my head, I'm like, can we go back to you shitting?
Tennis skirt with a chainsaw in a penthouse apartment. She's got money, a chainsaw, and a skirt.
Money? Wow. A chainsaw?
Sounds like American Psycho. A really fucking way you
Challenging.
shag Patrick Bateman.
To quote the late great Sean Locke, challenging wank.
Yeah, I'm into power.
I'm asking a man who's happily married off and had a babber and everything, but what's the thing that weirdly you go, oh, I'm quite into that?
Do you know what? I can sort of see where Adam's coming from that. Like Bridget Nielsen, that kind of like, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Do you know what Bridget Nielsen is?
What?
Do you know what Bridget Nielsen is?
It's that picture in it where it like skirts coursing her asshole.
No, it's Rocky's ex.
What? Do you know who Bridget Nielsen is? It's that one with no, she was married to Dolph Lundgren. You know, she's in, was she not in View to a Kill?
I don't know, I just know what she looks like.
She was in Celebrity Big Brother one year.
Did she win the Champions League with
She's in
United?
Big Brother as well. It was Yap Stam.
What's the picture I'm thinking of then with the tennis skirts? Like
she was in there
showing
with
her ass?
Jackie Stallone. She was married to Sylvester
Yeah,
Stallone. That was it,
Bracky,
because that was
that
when that famous scene when Jackie Stallone came in. Do you remember that?
On
Celebrity Big Brother. And
Yeah.
Bridget Nielsen, so they didn't know that they were both going to be in there, and she came in, and there was that sort of like massively awkward.
Oh, they did her dirty with that.
When she goes, Bracky.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. It'd be great, that though.
Adam was having a shit for that bit. He just had a packet of hula hoops. He was like, gotta go.
But Bridget Nielsen is a 6'2", 3 maybe, blonde, powerful lady.
Oh no, I can't have them being taller than me.
Yeah, I find it difficult though when you're like, look how fit she was, and you're like, yeah, but now she's like a grandma. I can't detach from that. Apart from with Helen Mirren, who is obviously the goat of MILFs, but
Mirren's extraordinary. She's 70, more 70.
she's 105, and I'd smash the flaps off her. I'd literally roll her fucking Zimmer frame right on my dick.
Roll it.
What about Gillian Anderson? She's in an elderly MILF.
No, she's not.
Isn't she the one that used to go through people's
She's in
poo?
her 50. That's
No,
Gillian
that's
McKee.
Gillian McKee. Fucking hell.
She is not sexy.
Fucking hell. What a random X-Files that would be. My God. Mulder and Scully, you need to get more fibre in your diet. Christ, you need some roughage. Phenomenal.
How old's Gillian Anderson?
54 years old.
She is 53. Oh. But she's old.
Well, she played Margaret Thatcher, so she's not
Did she?
that young. Yeah, in The Crown.
All right, I've not seen it.
Yeah, she did it very well. Gillian Anderson's pretty fucking good. I used to love her X-Files back in the day.
She's in not Bodyguard. What's the BBC one, serial killer one? He's in 50 Shades of Grey as well, the fella. I don't know what it's called. But she's sexy in that for her age.
She's the older lady. Yeah, I got, but I'd prefer it like, when someone's like, oh, they're hot, they're hot, they're hot. When people shot, like, Bridget Nielsen was beautiful, but now she's a butch-looking nana.
Is she? Have you seen her recently?
She is, though, isn't she? She's a butch-looking nana.
She lives in this road.
How's Emily Mauresmo doing? With a fucking machete.
Are you gigging up here tonight, or have you just come up for this?
No, I've just come up for this. Yeah.
Train?
Train.
Normally drive up here?
Normally drive up here, yeah. So it's nice to have a day. I am a huge... Well, actually, I've not got so bad since I left London, but I am someone that...
Where are you now? You're Winchester.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gone hometown.
I've gone home, yeah, which is nice.
You hated London, though, didn't you?
I really hated London, and I like London. I hated living in London.
Yeah.
Right.
And driving in London particularly, I think that it just got to the point where you'd leave your house and within 5 minutes you'd just be like, the last time I lived there, I was living in Walthamstow. For example, so like the parking in my road, the kind of, when you've got those roads where the cars are parked, so the bays are like half on the pavement and half on the road. Have you got this here?
Yeah.
So it means that the road is only wide enough for one car to get down. So one morning I'm leaving my house And so it requires someone, if there's a car coming in either direction or both directions, someone is going to have to reverse.
Yeah.
So I'm basically getting like a standoff with this guy in his car. He's sort of like, and it's like about 2 cars back for me to reverse. Sorry, about 5 cars back for me to reverse and about 2 cars back for him to reverse.
So he's got to go.
Obviously, it's yours, so I'm exactly.
By the way, Paul, in this situation, Adam you'd never reverse.
No, if I would genuinely, I would weigh it up, and whoever it was harder for, then the other person goes.
But it was clearly on him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, mate, it's 2. I'm like, going, no. So we're sort of doing this for a couple of minutes, and then he turns his engine off.
Yeah.
And he's just sort of like, I am not moving. So I'm like, you become children. I'm like, turn my engine off.
Where did you have to be anywhere?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like, I had to be somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's an inconvenience. So he's got his paper out and he's like, sort of like, really, mate. And I'm like, so I get out of my car. He's like ignoring me. I'm like, mate, just move the car, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so eventually, after a few minutes, I'm like, I'm just going to be the bigger person. Get in my car, reverse back. He starts his car and reverses past. And as he gets closer, he gives me a sarcastic flash of the lights and a little smile like that. And I just saw red. Wound my window down, and I'm not proud of this, spat at his car. He spat back, but hadn't unwound
Paul
his
McCaffrey
window.
over here.
Like an own goal. He just basically spat at the inside of his own window.
He spat on it. Oh.
Right, I'm telling you right now, honestly, if I was in the right as you were,
Yeah.
right, I would have turned my engine off and gone on my phone, and I'd still be sat there now.
Well, this is and I think
I'd have cancelled any gig.
Was it in your
to
road?
win that.
Is this in your road where you
the
live?
road round the corner.
I'd
Yeah.
went home. I'd have got out my car and went home. And gone to bed.
I'd still be there on my phone right now.
I know. What would you have done, Dan?
I just think the imagery of him spitting on the inside of his own window is so perfect.
I know.
It's worth all the inconvenience just to know that later on he had to wipe away his own gauze from the inside of the window going, I won that one, even though I'm cleaning this. I'm an absolute pussyhole.
That's got my head in that. I'm annoyed.
Sorry, mate.
This is, as a northerner...
This is about 10 years ago as well.
Right,
As a northerner... It's not just happened.
Still having repercussions.
As a northerner, we think that that's how you have to drive everywhere all the time. That's my mental image of driving in London is like all sorts of like stress and traffic and
incredible how quickly you can go with someone you've never met before and probably never will from naught to just
hate crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what Twitter is, isn't it? Twitter is being in your car. That's why Twitter's so angry. Everyone's in their car. Everyone gets road rage on Twitter. You fucking... because there's no repercussion. Because you're in your car. Everything's metal. You're a big robot.
British people on pavements are really polite, apologetic. Like, if you walk down the high street, most people are like, oh, yeah, just, you navigate. As soon as you're in a car...
Well, that's it. And you put like a personality on that person as well, don't you? Like, on how they're driving, you kind of like...
On what they're driving.
What they're driving, how they're driving. You just imagine what sort of person you're dealing with in a literal split second.
Yeah.
You're just like...
And I'm convinced I'm right every time. And I could never... That's probably the reason I could actually never live in London.
Yeah, you kill someone.
I nearly kill people in Liverpool. And Liverpool is generally quite quiet.
You're such an aggro driver.
Are you?
We drove from Content into town.
Yep.
It's literally just a mile. Adam you give it so much.
Because everyone else is so unbelievably shite at driving, and I'm good at it, and it does me head in.
I don't reckon it's been
Are you a good driver, or you think you're a good driver?
It's so easy to be good at driving and just do the right thing. What? Go on, say it.
You're well aggressive.
I am aggressive.
Have you been a passenger often with...
Yeah. We all just go into the hotel.
Yeah, but I'm the same. I don't think I've done a journey in the last year, now there's 8, when I
honestly,
haven't used me horn.
you would do anything to tell me on most things to say I'm shit at it. Do you think I'm a decent driver?
Yeah, you're a good driver, yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I'm always in the left lane when I can be.
Driver.
I am an excellent driver.
You're an excellent driver. You're good at maths, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won a chess tournament on his own once in year 5.
Yeah.
Against all odds. No, but I am a decent driver, and all I want is people to either be good or as good as me, or apologise when they're not.
You've got like Messiah complex.
No.
What episode was this?
Apologise when not. I'm sorry, I'm not as good as you, but
just a little. Sorry, mate.
You
Fucked
want
up there.
God's made in Adam's, man made in Adam's image.
I do. Just if you're in the wrong lane, then just go, I was in the wrong lane there, mate. My bad. Little, put your hazards on, wave out the window. Whatever it just be sound about it.
You're right.
Like,
I've had a lorry swerve at me on the M6 before. Like someone, and I must admit, done things where afterwards you're like, you were an idiot there. So like when someone's cut me up, I've then gone in front of them and slowed down for them to.
Oh, I do that literally.
super cunt move that.
And I mean this. I do that literally on a daily basis.
I've got a lot better. I think moving out of London is what kind of made all of that behaviour go away.
Right,
but you know, like I did carry that with me onto the motorways of the rest of the country.
Just turn the engine off. M6, 82 miles an hour.
I was
Fuck
driving-
you, get the paper.
We were driving back from a gig once in Glastonbury when I was living in London, and it was really foggy. And we're driving up the M3, and a car came the other way on the M3. We had to phone the police. And we're like, "Oh, hi, we're on the M3," and they said, "Is this about the car going the wrong way?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, someone's already phoned." Imagine that going the wrong way.
Yeah, I put up so much money on the fact that was an over 8-year-old. Like, Grandad can still drive.
I'd crash into them, mate.
It'd be really funny if he rang the police and was
that
like, "There's
solved
fucking loads of people on the motorway going the wrong way."
The old one. I'd crash into him, mate. It'd stop the car and I'd get a claim.
And you'd be dead.
No.
140 mile an hour head-on collision.
No, I'd slow down to 10 and then just clip him on the side.
Right.
Yeah,
great plan.
I'd probably just let Grandad die.
On the
When
way
you talk about Twitter, sorry, so do you go on? You're not much of a social media sort of.
I am now because he bullied me into it. It's working out. I've sold tickets for my tour, DanNightingale.com. Before I
But when
started
you
working
scroll
with Adam,
through
I was
sort of
like,
Twitter and stuff, like you
I do.
a little bit.
that place is just, I still do go on there, but like as you say, it's just an argument now. It's just no matter what you say. I don't know if you saw this story. It was sort of in the last 18 months for sure, but someone had ordered a Hello Fresh delivery. You know this thing where you get like they'll send the exact ingredients to make a meal to your house, and you can order drinks from it. So this guy had ordered like a 2-litre bottle of Coke, and when it turned up, what was supposed to be Coke was a bottle of piss. And so this guy had taken to Twitter saying like, at HelloFresh, I've ordered my delivery, it's turned up, and what was supposed to be...
Just be careful and take that mic with you because your face is going that way a bit.
So his delivery's turned up and he said, tweeted HelloFresh, at HelloFresh, not happy, my bottle of Coke's turned up, it was a bottle of piss. The comments underneath it, the first one, I think you should find out the full story before you start tweeting about this. You don't know what the working conditions are like at HelloFresh. They might have a real like tyrant as a boss, and they were stressed, so they didn't want to stop for a piss, so they've pissed in a bottle, and they've got it mixed up. I'm like, how has he become the bad guy? He's just had a bottle of piss delivered to his house.
Drink your piss, you Tory overlord.
Do you know what I mean? You're going to complain about going like, oh, I've just been met police. I've just been robbed in London by someone on a moped at 5:30, and they go, well, I hope the traffic wasn't too bad for him. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
do you know what it is, right? What's going on at the minute? Do you know, like when there's something horrendously wrong in the world, and then the social consensus becomes, oh, this is bad, so we need to correct it. And always, for a period of time, there's a massive overcorrection. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So like with social justice and stuff, this is what's happening here. For years and years, and I'm talking decades, the entirety of my parents' generation and probably most of the next one, the tagline was, the customer's always right.
Right.
Right? And then in the past 5 or 10 years, it's become...
power is
it's become minimum wage staff who are on, they're doing really tough jobs, actually, and they're not getting paid enough for it, and it's really bad, and they should be getting paid a living wage, which is all right. But because of that, it's become, the customer's never right, and these people are always right, to the point where they can hand them a bottle of piss and still somehow be seen as the right person in that fucking situation.
There is a limit where you're like, I wanted spag bol and I got a bowl of shite. You're like, all right, Karen. What a Karen.
Well,
I went back to my local chippy recently because they didn't put the salt and pepper shumais I ordered in the bag, and I'd got it all to take away. She'd give me it all. I took it home. I went back and I was like, there's no salt and pepper shumais in my thing. She was like, well, it'll be about 15 minutes. And I was like, I can see a tub of them there though. Can I just have them? She went, no, they're for someone else. I went, yeah, but you've already fucked my order up.
And you were here first.
And they could just be mine, couldn't they? And the rest of their order's not ready yet. Who's there? And the fella was like, yeah, mine. She's like, no, I've said, there it is. And you'll get yours in 15 minutes. And I went, just keep them. And just got off. And I was like, I couldn't believe I'd give up that fight. What I should have done is climbed over the counter and stole this fella's shumais. They should have been in my bag. I ordered shumais before him. They were the next shumais that have been made. They are therefore my shumais. What you haven't done yet is cook this guy's shumais.
Imagine if you got a criminal record for stealing shumais.
Just having to read it out in court for a start.
Yeah. And that's the reason you can't go to New York in January. Oh my God, it was our dream holiday. And like, no, those shumais were fucking mine. Climbed over the counter.
Claims not guilty.
I only slapped her out of the way. Didn't punch. Just get your hand out of them. They're my shumais. Even the guy was like, yeah, go ahead. Do you know what a shumai is?
I think is it a mushroom?
It's a dumpling.
A dumpling. Oh, right.
Like
I do know what it is. Yeah,
pork dumpling.
Yes, of course I do. Yeah, I had one at the weekend, actually.
They deep fry it, salt
Yeah.
and pepper season. Oh,
How have I missed shumais?
Yeah, I can't believe you don't know what a shumai
it's a very Scouse thing, to be honest.
It sounds...
It looks like a sort of like pie without the lid on it.
It looks like a bollock without the bag on.
Yeah.
God's sake. Well, yeah,
which is what they were going to call it.
all that.
But then the very wise people of China went, yeah, let's not call it a bollock without a bag on. I don't
That's
think...
what shumai means in Mandarin.
Yeah, but
If you say-
shumai sounds better than, hey, yeah, I'll have 5 bollocks without the bag. Nice one. Do you want it, ironically, do you want it in a bag? Yeah, I'll have it in a bag, yeah.
I miss that about gigging up in Liverpool. Like, we used to eat like... I missed that chippy at the end of that road. Used to live in Chester. Oh my God!
And the
Chips,
Hool
curry,
fish
and
bar.
rice. I think about that every time I drive past Chester. I'm like, oh, have I got time? £2.40. You don't get that down south. Chips, curry, and rice. Oh my God!
I went to stay. When I lived with Danny Mac, he come to stay once because he was doing a weekend like the store or something in Northwest. And obviously the house used to be a bit of a comics crash.
Of course, you lived there as well.
I lived there before Adam did.
In the same room.
Yeah, so we had the chips.
So we've had a weird... We've never really talked about that loads, but I rented that room a couple of years before you did.
Yeah.
I remember that's where we met.
Yeah.
At the Laugh-In in Chester.
Oh,
yeah.
man, I miss that gig.
He was literally, right, so he goes, Danny's already gone to... Danny's gigging in like fucking Nottingham or something, and we're just sat in the living room. And he goes, what time's it open? And I go, it's 4:30. And he goes, should we start walking down? It's 4:26. Should we go now? And I was like,
outside the next sale on Boxing Day.
I was like, it's not open yet, Paul. You're like, yeah, but it's got to be at least a 3 or 4 minute
It's got a
walk.
scenic route. I just need to be moving towards that food.
Were you putting gigs in your diary?
No.
Yeah.
Paul, that gig's only 80 quid. I
know.
It's 90 quid in petrol. I know, but...
We got to the door as they were like opening it and turning it round to an open sign, like the little Holland's pie sign in the window. And he was like, all right, love, usual, please.
Oh, man, I miss that. I can remember because you could either have the fruity or the spicy curry sauce.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 varieties. Oh, my God.
What is that? Did you not have that down south?
No.
Chips, curry, and boiled rice. Not even fried rice.
Oh, no, it was fried rice I used to have, yeah.
Really sorry.
That's all right, mate. That's fucking fried rice, mate.
Wow, if we ever do this takeaway tour, Paul's just become the Winchester leg, hasn't he?
Oh, man. What's this?
What's your go-to? Well, so many of the absolute reprobates we get on here are like, I fucking love takeaway.
Yeah.
Chris Washington really took the lead on it. And I think, travels with takeaways. If we ever do a Winchester leg, who's your go-to down when you've got a home fixture for a takeaway? What's your Winchester choice?
So Gurkha Inn would have to be.
The Gurkha Inn.
The Gurkha Inn, yeah, that would be my kind of, for a curry, probably the usual order. Is that what you want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. King prawn danzak, chicken rogan josh, a little bit spicy.
Hang on, you get 2 curries?
Me and my wife.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
As they turn the fucking oven, he's here again. Hold 2 curries.
Pilau rice, garlic naan. Occasionally we'll have the like black tiger prawns if I'm feeling fancy. But then, I mean, that's the top end sort of...
Fuck, I want a curry.
I like a dirty... there's a kebab van, but part by. I got in trouble for saying this. There's a gypsy encampment. By, so they were sort of
Well, there's another thing that's different in the north. You're not meant to say. Yeah, we don't do chips and curry. It's amazing. And we say gypsy as well in Winchester.
In the first half of today's episode, Dan was doing an impression with his top off of Gypsy.
Oh, really?
Calling out Adele and Elton John for the fight.
During lockdown, I love those, the calling out videos.
I fucking come for you. I see you down the fucking Gurkha Express in Winchester. I'll give you a fucking black tiger prawn. Yeah, fucking bastard.
Well, I think sometimes you can kind of like get sort of too hung up with the information that you're trying to report on the specifics. So there was a camp but by where we are, living like a new build estate, and during lockdown there was a weekend where there was just loads of them came to Winchester. And so I had to phone the police.
Sorry, Winchester at a gypsy festival.
I said,
You had to phone the police.
yeah, I said there's a gypsy. He said, well, hold on. I said, actually, it's a member of the travelling community. I said, all right, a member of the travelling community has shat in my garden. Yeah.
I don't think we can clip that.
We can't.
Oh, sorry. Let me be politically correct. Some dirty fucker from the traveller community has just shat on the front lawn.
They're on Twitter.
What?
They're not on Twitter, are they?
Carl, we can't clip that out. I'll explain to you why after with the record if you like.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, we're going to get a call-out video going, I fucking needed a shit. Look at me now. Hey, Paul McCaffrey, you posh-eyed bastard. You'll fucking turn the car for me now. I shit on your back lawn, you dirty fuck. All fucking 2 curries. Shout out to our traveller community viewers. Thanks for listening and watching.
Have a break?
I think we should. All right, lids, we need to tell you about our sponsor, NordVPN. But if I'm being completely honest and sounding like a granddad, I don't know loads about VPNs.
I do, though. VPNs are an absolute belter, and the fact you watch as much porn as you do and have never used one of these is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. It is essentially premium cybersecurity. It hides everything you're doing, and with one click of a mouse, you can decide you're in any country in the world. So, you know, like Netflix is in America is a lot bigger than in the UK.
Right.
You can go, I'm in New York, lad, and it'll give you American Netflix. If you want to watch a Premier League game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon that isn't available in the UK, you can go, do you know what? I'm in Saudi Arabia, lad, and I'm watching a bit of fucking Liverpool against Tottenham Hotspur.
Can I be in Burundi on a Monday?
You can be in Burundi on a Monday.
Can I be in Dubai on a Friday?
Dubai on a Friday.
Oh, my God.
There's 59 different countries on NordVPN. I think for me, because I've used this company for a couple of years, so it's a big benefit that they're now sponsoring us and I can sell them. They're the best VPN company in the world. The cybersecurity is next level. And we've now got a promo code that gets you 73% off up to that and a bonus gift if you sign up using our code.
That's a lot. Go to nordvpn.com/haveaword and use the custom code have a word.
And on top of that, 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get it and you think it's shite, they'll give you your dough back. Risk-free, absolute belter, and an honour to have them on board as a sponsor. Megan.
I was saying before, I think Christmas #1 this year, and then next year, Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
And in the end of, like, I genuinely think in a few years, one of us we should run for Prime Minister. There's not going to be anything left to do.
Senator.
Let's run the country.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm out.
Why?
I'm already out.
Let's run the country.
You can be health secretary.
Oh, thanks for that.
No
For the 19th wave of COVID.
Speaking of health secretary, I'm feeling fucking jazzy at the minute, you know. I haven't had a booze in nearly 3 weeks, and I feel fucking good, but I do, like, the other day I was putting the Christmas decorations up, and the bottle of whiskey on me fucking back, well, one of
You didn't have a
27
Baileys?
bottles of whiskey.
Talking to you.
No?
You didn't have a Baileys when you were
No. I just didn't. I just,
So good.
I don't want to shit on your parade. I haven't drunk for 11 months today.
What?
Yeah.
Now that's
Well, you love a booze, don't you?
That's why I haven't drunk for 11 months.
yeah, but McCaffrey gets the worst hangover anxiety ever.
Oh, yes. Edinburgh.
I caused a panic attack.
I did. Do you know what? I didn't know what a panic attack was at that point in my life. that whole Edinburgh was just like fucking panic attack after panic
I
attack.
felt bad about that for so long. I'd literally just got off the train and the nominations had been announced, and I did that thing that is, it's not a good thing. I was like, oh, how did they get fucking nominated? And I forgot that I was just coming up for a 2-day jolly, and I'd been living with someone at the time, and that was basically all the chat at home, like, how did they do that, man? And it got in my head. And I'm not trying to excuse it, but I was very much in that.
Whingy dick.
I was being a whingy little
Yeah.
And I got off the train and forgot that someone who's done the full month at Edinburgh does not need that in the, 20th day of Edinburgh. They don't need someone who's come up for the piss to bump into them. And I remember exactly where we were. We were near the Pleasance. And I was like, Paul, how you doing? And you were like, oh, yeah, mate. And I was like, you fucking got nominated. What a fucking prick. Was an arsehole about it. And you started going, oh, yeah.
But that had been happening all not to take away from, but that had been most days up there. Do you know what I mean? I was just constantly on the verge of
yeah. And
I get bad hangover anxiety. Or you start regretting everything you've ever done and said to everyone.
I don't miss drinking now. It was hard to start with, but I don't miss it at all. But
yeah.
But you're a good boozer as well.
I'm a good boozer, yeah.
Oh, McCaffrey.
Do you think you'll ever go back?
No.
You're done forever?
I think I'm done, yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you say it's because you love it too much? Do you think it was becoming a genuine problem?
I think so, yeah. I just can't stop once I start. That's
me.
Yeah.
No, that's not true, actually. I can't stop once I've had 6. I can stop at 5 and go, that was all right. Home we go.
Is this the podcast, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. He can stop at 4 and drive. He's like that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He knows his limits.
But people don't want to hear that. When you've stopped drinking, that is not information that people want. You go like, oh, I'm not drinking enough. What? Well, you'll have a couple. That kind of.
They're the non-fun people.
Yeah.
You can be fun without ale.
Yeah, I think so. But no, I don't. I don't think I'll drink again.
Good.
Cheers.
Yeah. I think
good for you.
I'm starting to think
exactly. That is the exactly.
No, great.
But genuinely, over the past couple of weeks, I've thought that maybe at some point in my life I will do that. Genuinely.
Did you hear that laugh? That was a laugh of someone who's not supporting you fully.
No, I
support him, but it's a lie.
No, I think I will. I genuinely, I don't think it's now.
No.
I don't even think it's in the next maybe 10 years. I'm 29, but I think maybe
You've got a lot of booze.
You're 47, you said before. You're fucked, but
no, exactly. But yeah, no, and I drink,
I could see me getting to sort of mid-40s and going, yeah, I'm done.
I couldn't see you getting to mid-40s.
What, when you're really successful with loads of money?
I think you're going to shit yourself to death way before you're mid-40s.
So when you're really successful, probably travelling the world, you're like, no, don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Sorry to bring it back to that, but I actually thought I was going to shit myself to death on holiday in Mexico.
Shit yourself to death?
I got Montezuma's Revenge, which is like...
the 4th Indiana Jones.
It's basically... it sounds like a ride at Thorpe Park. They call it that because it can come back for up to 3... So you get it in like it's a kind of parasite or whatever. I'm a bit of a germaphobe anyway. Like prior to kind of all the hand washing from... the pandemic and all the rest of it, I've always been a bit that way. So we went to Mexico. I'd never been that far afield before. Went there on my honeymoon, and the first week we're all inclusive. Didn't eat off the resort. I was like, right, let's get our eggs cooked fresh. Let's not have any ice in our drinks. Let's not take any chances. Day 1 of week 2 went to a place called La Isla Mujeres, the island of women.
Oh, hang on.
The island of women?
Yeah.
Fucking sounds great.
Can you just say it again? Because it gave me a dick twitch.
La Isla Mujeres.
Oh, you dirty mama.
What
it was
word
amazing.
is
It's like a Marriott.
women there? Is that
What's
what
that?
it is?
What's that? Mujeres. Yeah.
Is that women?
La Isla,
Yeah.
the island. Mujeres. I'm guessing is...
Hang on.
Is that Mexican for my whores?
My horse?
No, the island of whores.
Is that what it was?
You
No wonder I got fucking ill.
was this a
Do
stand
you want to come to the island of my whores? What is whores? Women.
Dirty women.
But it was...
Mujeres.
Never mind the ice cubes, Paul.
It's mujeres.
Mujeres. Okay.
Thanks for that, Johnny Facts.
Susie Gimp.
It was
over
amazing.
there.
You get a ferry over there, and it was like a Mario Kart track. You sort of like basically there was like crystal blue sea, tropical birds, and there was no cars. Like all these old Mexican houses, which meant you could drink while you hired a golf buggy and you could drink while you were driving around. They had drive-through off licenses that were like petrol stations. You pull out a couple of bottles. It was amazing. Couple of Coronas, like driving around, fag on the go. There was a beach bar that you pulled up to, white sand, crystal blue sea. And you sat on a swing at the bar and they were serving mango margaritas in actual mangoes.
Adam's just started drinking again in his head. Adam, 45-year-old Adam, just started drinking again.
And it was while I was there that I discovered 2 bottles of Corona and a mango margarita is the exact quantity of alcohol for me to no longer give a shit what I'm eating. We stopped at a shack by the side of the road. I bought 2 fish tacos for $1, and as I say, I almost shat myself to death.
Fish tacos.
I could see myself losing weight. I was back and forward like you. I was in the toilet so much, back and forward so much on day 1. I just stayed in there on day 2. Watched the whole series of The Sopranos. I could see myself losing weight in real time. And also, like, bearing in mind this is my honeymoon, I'm trying to set a romantic tone. Who the fuck decided to do away with brick walls and wooden doors on the bathrooms in hotels and replace them with frosted glass? Uplit. You could see my silhouette in there, like some weird art installation. The shitting man. Me just in there in silhouette going, And then they told me I had Montezuma's Revenge and it could come back for up to 3 months after the initial infection. Yeah. It was the first. I mean, it's usually a song or like a perfume that reminds you of. It's the first time I've ever had a nostalgic shit.
I think I was born.
The island of horror.
Exactly. Found myself sat on the toilet 3 months after a holiday going, oh, this takes me back.
I think I might have been born with that. I think that's what it is. I've been born with Mount Vesuvius Revenge.
Mount Vesuvius.
Mount
Vesuvius' revenge.
That's what it feels like.
Hey, well. Feels like a bloody volcano.
Can I bring the conversation to somewhere else? Hang on. So,
$2 fish taco.
It ran for a few series over here, influenced by the huge American show.
Stolen from.
Bought
from.
The American version.
Yeah.
So the American version was first, but you were on the British version of Impractical Jokers. Yeah. And I just want to talk about it because before we were even mates, me and Carl used to watch that and love it. Yeah. And I think as good as the American one is, and obviously they're very close friends from school and there's a backstory of their relationship, this was 4 comics. It was you, Roisin Connerty, Joel Dommett, and Marek Larwood.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, cheers.
It was fucking brilliant. What was that like to make? Because it looked like the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my luck. It was just kind of, we were just pissing about and just doing the sort of thing that I used to do in all of the jobs I had, just kind of like, daring each other to do stuff. And, I was gutted that they didn't make it.
And therefore sound like, they are sound comics.
It was great.
Like,
4 very different people. It was well cast, kind of, and people liked it. And then unfortunately, the person that sort of commissioned it moved on from the BBC. It was kind of his baby. He had sort of bought the format and then he moved. And the next guy that took over just wasn't a fan, and then they kind of just moved it around and never. You're like,
what a fucking
so annoying,
silly move that is.
Did you ever get in trouble?
I felt like maybe if we'd have done a couple more serious things,
kicked off. Did you ever get in trouble? I always thought doing whatever you did because you did some in public.
No,
my favourite one that you did was you went to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh
my God! And you had to take food not off the buffet but off
people's plates.
People's plates. But you were so fucking good at it because people are literally screaming at you, and you just gave them no reaction whatsoever. It wasn't just like, "Oh, sorry," or like I remember Joel went to take one thing, someone went "fuck off," and he went, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and he ran away. You just looked at them, like dead in the eyes as you were taking their rib off their plate, like, "Yeah, this is happening," and then sat at their table to eat it.
I love the bakery one, mate. The bakery one was fucking great.
Oh yeah,
that's my French fancy. I don't know if Roisin.
Yeah,
and can I have that? That's mine.
The one people always talk to me about is the chicken. When we went to work in a chicken shop, and Roisin was getting me to pretend to be a goblin, and then kind of sort of snapping in and out of it. This guy, but the guy that I think the thing is with these things, it really depends on who you get and kind of
yeah.
Do you know, like sometimes people would just be like, or whatever, but.
Was there a lot of duds to get to those good
Of course,
ones?
yeah. And then obviously a lot of people that wouldn't sign release forms, so you do a great one, and then be like, I'm really sorry, I work for the police, I can't be on this, or for whatever reason. So that would be annoying. You do want to go like, that was, and then like, I can't, but
I think people have got so used to the American one, which has made those guys very fucking wealthy.
Man.
But
And
I
it
think
is
they see
funny.
the clips of the UK one and go, it's not the same.
Absolutely,
Actually, because you were on it and I was mates with you, and because Marek is great, and because
Amazing.
Joel, as good, annoyingly beautiful as that cunt is, he's sound. And Roisin's a fucking legend.
Oh, man.
It was one of the few things as a comic that I watched going, I'm so behind this.
Yeah.
And then some of those clips are fucking amazing. They are well worth a rewatch on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's so good.
thanks. So no, it was just such a shame because you go like, but for me, I was just like, I'm off. Here we, and then I'm like, oh no, you're not. It's
Can I ask a peek behind the curtain? Feel like I already know the answer. Industry secret question about it,
yeah.
because it's obviously it's not running anymore. So at the end of every episode. So for those who haven't watched Impractical Jokers, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but you do a series of challenges, and whoever completes the least amount of them at the end has to do a forfeit.
That's right, yeah.
And they can't say no to it. It's not like, because the other ones you can go, no, I'm out, and you get a loss for that one, don't you? And then they get accumulated. Whoever's got the most losses does the forfeit, but the forfeit you can't say no to. So for example, I think one of them was you had to present your new book to an audience, but the
so
book
they come
was
for
empty,
a book launch,
and you had to read a passage, but the book was so you had to make it up on the spot.
Yeah.
So those forfeits, which are fucking brilliant, is that the actual loser, or did you just all have to do forfeits at different times?
Well, yeah. So obviously they kind of wanted everyone to have a go at that. So I think perhaps if it would usually be kind of how it was, but sometimes they go, we need Paul to do this week's because he hasn't done one for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you were too good at it. So you were
exactly. Yeah,
because you could take a rib off a man's plate while holding eye contact.
2 fingers up.
So the book launch one was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
was
you in a bookstore. There's people who've been brought here because Paul McCaffrey, the author, has got his book out and he's going to read a passage of it.
Yeah.
When you opened that book and it was empty, did you not know until that second?
That was the first time that I'd
And
seen that.
what was that like? What was your fucking first reaction to that?
I mean, not as obviously you kind of make it look like it felt worse than it actually did.
Yeah.
Do you know? But like, it was still like daunting. And the worst one was I did the one in the like Science Academy or whatever, and I had to go up and give a lecture based on these slides that came up on the screen to a load of actual boffins. And so, like, this word came up, eptic limelity, or I don't know what it was, and I said, oh, obviously that's based on a Greek Latin word, and this one like bloke went, it's Greek. Like, not
That sounds like the occasional YouTube comment where you get like, oh, that's not true.
So,
Live is a different beast.
But I was, obviously we do such shit gigs, you know, you kind of get used to it, and it was,
I just like the idea of like all these signs being told, this new guy, Paul, he's apparently, quite groundbreaking. Anyone the story says? Ectoplasm, that is Spanish for electric water.
La Isla Mejores,
Yeah.
the island of
$2 fish tacos. If you've been there, you'll know what I mean.
Daniel,
Have we got some questions?
do we have some questions?
I mean, we've got to have a words, which I think is good. Do you do a little question?
Yeah.
This one's from Mark. All right, Davu, Ade, Kabili, and Feke. Yeah, I looked up African names for you all as I thought it was fitting with your African lady intro. My name is Mark, and I was the large black man who offered my missus to you on Secret Sunday.
Paul, just for context there, we did a gig in Liverpool recently. A lovely lady came up, got a selfie with me and Dan.
Yep.
She moved to the side, and then her boyfriend, who really enormous guy, he got a picture with us, and he said the dream for me, and this was absolute sincerity, is for you two to double team my missus.
And Adam stopped talking
Wow.
and just started, he literally just looked at me like, what the fuck is going on? It was so awkward. And there's this big black guy going, this is fine. We've got a picture of it. He posted it. So he says, I blame the reasonably priced alcohol on the night and my secret cook fetish that I like the thought of it, but 1,000% sure know that I'd cry about if I actually went through with it. So it was in the moment. He was bevied up. He doesn't actually want us to double team
But
his
he has got the
missus.
fetish.
So my question
Could you fuck a woman with a big black man crying in the corner? Just
it's a question I've asked myself so many times.
because if Laura ever leaves you, let's say Laura's gone for whatever reason.
Laura's got for whatever reason. Laura's gone because we did a Christmas #1 called Laura's Gone, and she went, "You're a fucking bellend."
Yeah,
shove your Patreon money.
We do not get this level of fandom with our podcast. It's
You
usually
will.
like, yeah, I'll tell you what, it really annoys me when we don't use shopping bags correctly as well. I've never had someone
That's because
offering.
you're doing 15 minutes. If you do 3 hours and 15 minutes, people are like, could you fuck my missus? Just to stop you doing podcasting for a bit, could you fuck my missus? So
could you do it?
What?
Look, I'll help you get in the zone. So me and you are over there.
Oh.
There's a woman.
Oh.
Right? She's having a great time.
She looked lovely.
Yeah.
Nice girl.
Yeah.
Hi. Is that the black man or you? Is that your coming face? Do you need another shit? Have you snacked while she was getting naked and now you need a shit? In fact, I'm starting to realise the big black guy crying in the corner is not the problem. It's you. You naked. I'm a rip down. No, you're not. Fuck, I went to the gym for 8 minutes. Dan, I'm a ripped. Look at my dick. I've got a ripped dick. No, I don't. No, I don't know. The whole cook thing is not. I've said it. That porn is. I don't know why. I'm going weird with porn.
But when you watch the cook porn,
I don't know where you are at 47, but me at 40, I'm starting to worry that I might need to put some sort of parental blocker on my own internet use. I'm hoping that
save yourself from yourself.
By the time my kids are old enough, I'll be like, listen, you've got to do dad a favour. Could you lock me off the internet after about 8 p.m? Because I'm seriously worried I'm going to see like a koala fuck a goat with some black man in the corner. I'm like, oh, yes, koala porn. I'm worried about how weird it's getting.
when you watch the cook porn, are you the man getting cooked or the one doing the cooking in your head?
Oh,
Which
no,
one are
I'm
you?
not the sad cunt with the little dick cage,
Right.
but I'm definitely not your boy.
When I watch that stuff, I'm the woman.
I've spat on my laptop now.
Worse things have happened to that laptop by the sound of it.
You're the slightly overweight divorcee with the questionable tattoos. Like, yeah, this is my hobby. Probably should have got into a plique. Dirty old bitch. I love it. I'm into it. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm all right. If there's ever going to be an eyes wide shut party. I don't want to be. All right, lad. I want to do it a long way.
Actually, that's a film I keep meaning to watch. Is that like they're into the mask, kind of like?
Yeah, there's a scene in it where there's basically it looks like a Conservative Party donor party. Like it's like, oh my god, it's in a huge mansion.
Right, yeah.
It's a very high end dogging situation. Okay. I think the reality is that the 3-way I'd be involved in, there'd be a lot of ashtrays. Like, oh fucking hell, you're here. Oh, I love you. I love the pub. I can't afford £10 pastry, but I am.
Eddie Stobart lorry in the background.
Hey, me brother-in-law here, he is a muggle, but he's got the camera. Come on, Dan. I'm sorry about Barbara, she couldn't make it, but, you know, let's not waste the fucking opportunity for content. I'm not into it. So my question to this is Mark, by the way, we've not done this question yet. So my question to you is, boys, is there anything you think you would love or think you'd want to do fantasy-wise, but if you actually got offered the chance, you'd bottle it? He says, my other fetish is Thailand and ladyboys. This keeps coming up, the ladyboys thing. For years, I've said I'd do it, no problem, and it's on my bucket list, but I reckon I'd cry during and after. Thanks for your time, Lids. That's from Mark. What a strange thing to have on your bucket list, like if you're an 80-year-old sort of pensioner.
Is that how old he is? No.
No, he's not, but I always associate bucket lists with like older people.
Yes, he's got a bucket list.
Have you not got a bucket list?
Have you?
Yeah.
What actual
Mainly
written down or just a
career-based.
mental?
Right.
I've not got a life, like, as in not just career.
Well, tattoo, I said recently that tattoo is something that
Have you got a tattoo?
No, I've never had a
No,
tattoo.
I wouldn't suit one.
I don't want to die without a tattoo.
I don't need to
Really?
do with my job. I mean, there's loads of stuff I want to do in career.
What would you have done? Have you already discussed this?
Some of the fucking
Shite.
some of the
You missed it,
jokes.
Paul. It was that bad. You missed it.
It's alright. Someone will be wanking over it in the YouTube comments. Whoa, Part G song. Imagine having a threesome with Part G song. Sorry. Tattoo.
When I was 17, I toyed with the idea of getting Stonehenge tattooed around my bicep.
Jesus Christ.
Because I was, kind of like, thought I was a bit of a little,
Stonehenge?
like, kind of hippie sort of.
Yeah, piercings. You ever done piercings?
Yeah, I had 3 earrings. I did my nose once. I did them all myself. I still got the earrings, but like the nose was just a kind of one-day vibe, and it's all scabby. So I had to take it.
It was a one-day vibe. At a festival or just
No,
in
did it
Winchester?
at home.
Nice.
Yeah, got a stud from the antiques market, and she went.
Nice. Have you ever done piercings?
Come on, lad. Do you think he'd have survived school with a fucking piercing?
I think you should do. Come on, bucket list. Let's get you a little.
No, my bucket list is to get through life without ever having a piercing. That's my thing.
What can you do?
I can imagine you with one of those ones through the middle of your nose.
Like a bull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite a sort of.
I
I quite
think
like
that-
that.
like a bull.
I honestly, I think it's one of the least attractive things. Is the
Do you?
yeah. When I see a girl like that, genuinely, I just start thinking of a hog roast, and I just start imagining a pulled pork butty, and that's actually
And
true.
then you get turned on.
yeah.
Comes full circle.
Have you seen the gum one? Like a gum door.
Yeah.
I think the nose piercing is one of the sexiest piercings.
Yeah, like through the middle.
Oh, mate,
Love it. Yeah.
I think the piercing thing just makes me go, oh yeah, she's going to be fun.
No.
What about having you something private pierced just for you, so you've got it on the bucket list?
Oh,
What
I've got
about?
my bell end pierced.
Oh,
That doesn't
right,
count.
cool. Yeah.
He's got a gooch piercing
Oh yeah,
and Stonehenge tattooed on it as well
yeah,
from before.
yeah, from before. Can you imagine the face of the tattoo artist? Adam was like, right, lad, I want Stonehenge. And he'd be like, right, on me gooch.
Have you got tattoos, Adam?
No.
No.
And we've mentioned this before, but it's because I told my mum when I was like 12 that I wanted the Liverpool badge,
Yeah.
which is a very typical thing for a young Scouse lad to want
yeah.
as an idiot. And my mum said, don't ever get a tattoo because if you ever murder anyone, you'll be easier to identify.
Fucking hell.
They're quite rare Liverpool tattoos as well.
That's incredible.
That's the faith she had in me as a child.
Yeah.
He also got retold that at Catholic primary school as well. It's like, lad, think on. Any fantasies that you like the idea of mentally, but you actually reckon you bottle, Paul? What do you think? In the face with the fucking reality, you'd be like, oh, I don't really like S&M.
I think
Ow.
contrary to my earlier comment, probably Bridget Nielsen, I think might be.
Yeah. She was absolutely banging in 1984.
No, well, no, not for that reason.
Good
I
God.
just think the kind of physical presence, I'd be like, I'm not sure if I've got the minerals for this.
Even if she was chopping meat in front of you. Woof.
Occasionally, I think I would like the idea of being completely and utterly dominated. And then, but if I actually think about it for long enough, I feel like
You would
it hurt
despise
me
it.
feelings, yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt your feeling?
Yeah, when she's like, you're scum, get up. I'd be like, fucking leave me alone, cunt.
She's saying that to you, you're
So-
scum. You're like talking
Yeah.
to you,
So-
kind of.
You'd
Yeah.
pay for a dominatrix to abuse you, and then
Get
you'd
upset.
call her like a fat slag. You're pathetic, you're a maggot. Well, you're a big fat bitch.
Get to an
You look
argument.
fucking awful in that PVC.
Yeah.
You'd make a dominatrix cut. I fucking, this is not what I came here to do. Whip over the shoulder. I'm going.
Yeah. I would. I think I'd
Gary
end
to
up.
pick me up.
I think I'd end up arguing with them.
You are.
You're a fucking piece of shit. I'm paying you. Horrible cunt. You only had 20% so far. You want to be fucking nice to me? Coffee. Tell Elton John to hurry up.
You need a PA. You need a PA.
So is that what you're going to do to get? So you're going to get a dominatrix. She's going to be like, you're a dirty piece of shit. And you're like, go make me a fucking Americano. You slag.
Cold
Is that-
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat them how they treat other people. And if they start moaning, I'm going to just say I'm
Hold on a
religious.
second.
Like
It's
treat
what the
others.
hell? It's like a fucking revenge. They're being asked to do that. I tell you what, the way they've spoken to people over the years is unacceptable. I'm going to go in there. It's like, no. People have gone in there asking for that.
Yeah.
So fucking,
Right, I
give them
haven't
a
paid
taste
you.
of their own bloody medicine. See
I
how
haven't
they
paid you.
like it.
You're going to make it go down Costa. Full
Gonna speak
PVC
to them
dominatrix.
how they've been speaking to everyone else over the years.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, innit? Treat others as you would wish to be treated.
What about piss, Paul?
What about it?
Sorry, I just been a dick.
See, that's something that when I'm hungover, in porn,
I know.
I like, but I know I wouldn't like in real life.
Well, you've got carpets to think of, haven't you?
It's not mine. I only rent.
What a way to lose a deposit.
As in, you piss on or be pissed on? Either?
Yeah.
Just water sports?
I think you need to stop drinking earlier than 45. Yeah, hangover's a bit of a bastard. I eat too many carbohydrates. I'm a fucking nightmare for Uber Eats, and I also like to be pissed on. If you combine the two, I tell you this, you have to tip the driver. I'll have a large doner kebab, 20 chicken nuggets, and we just piss on my leg. Nice one. That's what I'm into.
Yeah,
That's another thing I've not
for me.
missed since stopping drinking is pissing. Do you do that when you're like drunk sleepwalking, kind of
Oh, yeah.
pissing in places? Someone...
Whoa. Let's rewind. What do you mean pissing in places?
So like pissing where it's not the toilet.
Plant
So,
pot, wardrobe.
like,
Yeah.
Washing up basket, drawers, turntable once, lift the lid up like a toilet seat. Sofa, I've done that, lifted the cushion up like it's a toilet seat, and then come in the morning, there's like a puddle
You drinking
all over.
tips?
It's like fucking, what do you call it? Cluedo. I wake up in the morning, I have to sort of figure out where it's happened. I know what the crime is, I know what the weapon was, I just don't know which room in the house it's taken place in.
I once got really drunk and went in the fridge, got a tin of corned beef out, sliced it up, and I hid the corned beef all over the house. Sort of similar.
What else did you
What,
do?
you didn't...
No,
He did other things that night, and that's true, Dan.
No.
I've told that on the podcast before.
You've what? You went sleep snacking?
No, I didn't eat it. I sliced up a full tin of corned beef and I hid it around the house.
What else did you do? You did two other things.
Were you there?
No, it was a night out I'd been on, and his dad told me all about it the next day.
Right.
Is that the night I pooed on my shirt?
You wiped your ass with your shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
And you put the cushions in the garden.
Yeah. Put all the cushions off the couch in the garden.
It feels really unnerving that so much of my financial future is tied to you. It's like, it's a concern.
Yeah.
It was a good night, though.
It's a good night, though.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
It was his mum's funeral. Cool, that was too
No,
far.
it wasn't.
That was a
Carl
good
had
night
to
as well.
think.
That was a great night.
Was it?
I know. I wasn't there that night, was it?
Where were you? Where were you for his mum's
I was,
funeral?
sorry.
course
There's two
you were.
different nights. The night she died, I wasn't there.
You had 5 aside when his mum's... Yeah, so the wake, I don't know. We've got to fucking pitch at 8.
Can't believe you used to do that.
I used to do it all the time. We went away for my birthday and stayed in this hotel in Brighton where the rooms are themed, and I kind of got woken up mid-piss. My wife's like, "Oh, like, that would be," and then someone recently posted a picture of the room that we were in. And I was just like, "Oh shit!"
What was that? The themed room?
Yeah, so they were like all the rooms were different themed, and I kind of like,
Oh yeah.
Didn't you accidentally go to a sex hotel in Germany?
yeah. That was weird. That had like a weird bathroom with like viewing sort of things going into the kind of
Street.
no, into the like shower. So there was like sort of like a the shower was like a peep show. So you could sort of there were all
On your
sorts
own
of
wife?
weird shit, and he went in, yeah, but accidentally, yeah. But it wasn't quite as bad as I've kind of made out for the stand-up that I did about it. But yeah, it was definitely a bit off-key, bit sort of gothic. They were showing porn in the kind of reception, and like
There was a kennel, wasn't there?
there was a kennel there that you could sort of like go into one room, and that was a different level of kind of.
There was a kennel.
So you could go in
Didn't
there,
you
yeah.
say
Like
I
you
haven't got a dog, and he was like, "That's for you."
I mean, that was yeah.
Oh, that was the stand-up that you
was the
extrapolated.
stand-up,
I
but
thought
yeah.
that was real.
Yeah.
So you were in a sex hotel. Accidentally, you just found somewhere cheap in where in Germany?
Berlin, of course.
In Berlin.
It's
Yeah.
in Berlin. There's the sex hotel.
And it's all kinky.
Off-key.
What was the breakfast like? Awkward.
What was the breakfast was actually
Just
very good.
you and your wife and some like sore-looking
Bloke in
gentleman.
a gimp mask being led round the kind of like buffet
No,
by his
croissants what you've gone to.
Exactly, yeah, naughty boy. And then just one sort of scouse bloke in the corner having a go at a dominatrix.
Fuck off. Hey, get me an orange juice, Mandy, you nasty bitch. Where's my fucking sugar?
We stayed in them every month. We used to stay in, well, they're called love hotels. We used to stay in them.
in like that kind of thing.
Every month we'd stay in like, 2 or 3 nights, yeah.
In a like, so they had the kind of weird, yeah. So there was like
The
playrooms
bed
What
used to,
the fuck are you talking about?
me and Cedric used to stay in love hotels.
in Berlin.
No, in Japan.
Why have you never told me this?
I have. Just
You haven't?
Maybe not listened.
No.
They're kinky though.
Yeah.
Like the bed used to spin and there's like red lights above it and there's all kinds and yeah, that's it.
I sort of worry about staying in somewhere like that you're going to be on Pornhub and then all of a sudden a video is going to come up and you go like, oh, you not hear about that hotel in Japan where they were filming all of
Well,
the
you just see us eating Domino's and watching Netflix, so it wouldn't be fun.
Right, yeah.
Because we didn't have any sex. Go.
I'm going to be on Pornhub arguing with a dominatrix at some point. Dominatrix gets what she deserves. A taste of her own medicine.
That sounds aggressive.
You're not going to kill her, are you?
Are you going to do this on Top of the Pops? Hey, BBC, listen. Get me a fucking dominatrix. And I'll twat her and Elton John. You fucking rat.
Dominate Elton John?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so rough. Oh, imagine if he enjoyed it.
No, I reckon Elton is the dominator.
He's the postman.
Yeah.
Elton's the postman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
powerful.
Oh, my God. You and fucking power. When's this become the biggest thing ever?
Powerful
Like
men usually like to be subs as well.
Kinky Elon Musk. What's up with you?
No, I reckon he's the powerful one.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose he's
Do
got
you think
the,
so?
he's
Like
got the
Ronnie
bank.
Cray, that was his sort of thing. He'd kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like powerful men, like CEOs, like to be dominated because they spend all the day being so
Yeah, but
powerful.
Ronnie Cray liked to dominate, didn't he?
On horses?
Swat people.
He did that as well.
It's a horse, isn't it?
No.
But yeah, and it's usually CEOs and like dominating men who spend their life having to be powerful. They're like, I'd rather just let go and be dominated. That's my outlook on it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's podcasters who like to be awful back to them. I'm going to fucking spit on you. Oh, break your jaw. Invoice me. Should we do Have a Word? This has been an absolute classic. Oh, Caffers.
All good?
It's been a great one.
Good. I need a piss.
What?
I need a piss really bad.
Right on me. I just need one black man in the corner and then we can do it. Oh, what? You need it? Do you need to go for a little wee?
Yeah, I have done for about
Go on.
15 minutes. but
Very
I've been-
quick piss break. Go for it. It
oh,
won't even be an advert. Just look, watch. It'll slide out. Shh. We're back in. Shh.
What?
Unbelievable.
It's going to look fucking great, that.
That'll look good. What? Fucking what? Have a words. Do you know? This is meant to be the whole podcast. Now it's just the final 10%. Right, good. Cody says, this is the shortest, most concise have a word in all of our history, I think. Cody says, my husband bought a full-size fruit machine, like you'd find in a pub, for our family kitchen. Have a word with him.
I like that.
No, I won't have a word with him.
No.
I've word with you for fucking taking fun out of this man's life.
Exactly. What?
It's a bit tacky in it though.
No, it isn't.
You're trash.
Having
No.
a fruit
You're
machine
hot
in your house.
steaming garbage.
No.
What?
Yeah, what you win? Your own fucking money back.
No, it's fun.
What's fun about a fruit machine?
It's fun.
No,
Lights.
it's not. Winning money is
I'm with you on this. Yeah.
No, if it was like a game, yeah, but fruit
Pinball.
machine is great. But a fruit machine, what's the fucking
Oh
point?
yeah,
of it?
let's not bring pinball machines into it. If you've got a big old fucking kitchen, I imagine an extension,
Yeah.
and you've whipped out 1,500 quid for a Pac-Man pinball game,
sick.
you are a fucking legend. And by the way, I've just decided that is absolutely on my bucket list. This is trash.
No.
You've got a fucking
Can I have whatever he
gambler
wants?
in the corner.
Have whatever he wants. Leave this man alone.
Imagine
It's
if-
probably one of the few joys she's like even giving him anymore.
Is it in the house that this guy lives in?
What?
So yeah.
It's not his ex-wife. I don't think that's how that
No,
works.
but I mean, what's this guy's problem?
had
with
a
it? It's just
deal with
it's
that.
taking up space.
Well,
it just
I
looks
think-
garish.
I think Cody is I could be a, I don't know, it could be a gay relationship.
Yeah.
I think Cody's a lady.
Cody's a man's name, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's both.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Right.
Right in my head, there's a man's name.
It's either a man or a Cody. Female Codys sound dirty.
Cool. You're
Well,
entitled
yeah,
to your
I'm on
opinion.
your side, Cody, but you sound like filth. Get it out the kitchen. I need a sex swing. Get on me. I think it's absolute trash, and I'm on Cody's side.
Tacky as
Man,
fuck.
woman, dirtbag. I don't care. She's right.
A fun
No.
game, I get it, but something that is literally just there to win money when it's your own money is tacky and shit.
Then that's like, what about people playing kind of blackjack or whatever online, but not for winning any money? That's the same.
No, it's not.
It's a fruit machine in the kitchen.
A fruit machine's literally made.
Imagine,
But you might still get that kind of like, you know.
imagine if you had the Christmas tree in the kitchen. If you're one of them who have 2 Christmas trees, and the kids are like, "Oh my god, let's do the light!" And then you turn the lights off, and it's dominated by the flashing of the fruit machine. That's trash. Come on. No.
Turn the fruit machine off as well.
So you've got a fruit machine that's not even working next to your Christmas tree.
If you want.
I say if this guy wants a fruit machine, let him have a fruit machine.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Adam. I think.
Why don't you
Not
just
hurting
leave the
anyone.
man alone? He wants it.
Worked
He's
hard.
not asking for
bought
much,
himself
is
a
he?
Fruit machine.
Right, Paul. He's a gypsy. What do you think now?
What harm's he causing? He just wants something fun in his life. He's not asking for much.
Stop projecting.
Would you have a fruit machine in your
Look at it.
house?
He's got nothing. This guy's got nothing, and she's taking it away from him. And she's a dominatrix, the horrible bitch.
Would you have one?
What?
Would you have one?
No, but I would support your right to have one.
He's so moralistic. I will fight to the death for your right to have a fruit machine in your new house.
Don't want one.
By the way, I'm not like, if you're into fruit machines, get one in your man cave.
Go to the pub and win real money.
In fact, do you know what? I fucking hate fruit machines, or I hate them in
What?
pubs.
Yeah, I
if-
don't like them
what-
at all. No,
What if he's got a gambling addiction and he's trying to wean him? This is a nicotine patch
It's
for
like
him.
no alcohol beer.
Yeah, he's just playing at home and it's just coming straight out the bottom and he can play again.
Right. So he's addicted to gambling. So he's bought a fruit machine for the house.
Yeah.
It feels weird, doesn't it?
Next, what he needs to do is buy Aintree racecourse.
Yep, that's the next step.
Put it in his kitchen.
I mean, it was so obvious I didn't say it. But Cody writes, "Nice one, Adam. He's bought Aintree racecourse."
Use the winnings on the fruit machine. Easy.
Never play other people's fruit machines. Always play your fruit machine.
Open the back and you steal all the
you
money.
winning every time.
Yeah, but he could make profit on this, couldn't he? He could
Absolutely.
invite people around for a go of his fruit.
Yeah.
You are a fucking
Oh,
idiot
yeah.
if you use your mate.
No, yeah, get a license. Get a liquor license. Start a bar.
No
in
way
the
to get a
kitchen.
license, is there? It's
Yeah,
just
come in, everyone, off the
Yeah.
street. Play.
Yeah.
Take bets on horses. You can have that on the TV. Turn your kitchen into a fucking bookies. And then shoot yourself because you scum.
Why not?
Why not?
What's the problem with it?
Yeah, because then you buy entry.
Like, yeah, exactly.
I'm on your side, Cody.
No, I'm on his side.
Plus, you sound filthy.
Let him open his bookies.
Paul, last judgment.
I think if he wants a fruit machine, let him have a fruit machine.
Paul scum as well. Oh, fuck me.
What?
I've seen how long we've done.
No, but we haven't because he went for the shit.
Oh, yeah.
I did not go for a shit, for the record, and I have no problem with members of the travelling community either. Let me just get that in there.
Right, last one. Christmas in mind. All right, lids. As soon as if there's certain words, a big giveaway that I know I'm dealing with a Scouser. Whenever "use" is in an email, will "use" have a word with my missus? I'm a Scouser. She's Australian.
Did that not give it away now? I can read the subtext of this email and I know where he's from. He says, "Use" like a Scouser. Hello, I'm a Scouser from Liverpool, born and bred. I'm a big blue.
Fucking twat.
Upset me, nasty bitch.
Well then, Sherlock.
Yeah, thank you. All right, lids. Will you use? Is he Scouse? Have a word with my missus. I'm a Scouser. She's Australian, and we live in Melbourne. Melbourne,
Derbyshire.
Melbourne,
Australia.
Right.
This was going to be our first Christmas together, but I've told her I'm not going to her Mars if it's going to be seafood and shite for dinner. I know Adam will agree that it's all about a roast dinner at Christmas, and one of the lads said I can go to his for turkey. Do you think I'm being unreasonable, or should she shove her seafood up her ass? Nice one, John. Must be weird being in Australia, like at Christmas when it's fucking roasting.
Yeah.
And like some poor cunt at the supermarket still got to wear a Santa suit in 42 degrees Celsius heat.
Maybe they wear like Santa wife beaters.
What's even more annoying is being here when someone you know is in Australia during that time of year and sort of go, look, I don't know what you're doing. We're on the beach. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just have a roast dinner
Get
on the
bit
beach.
by a spider.
Not your usual Christmas, guys. Hey, look, yeah. Whoa, bloody hell, what's this? Barbecue? Christmas Day? Oh, well, yeah.
Pray
No
for
one's asked.
Pray for
No,
a black
exactly.
widow.
Yeah, just have a roast dinner. You've got to go to the mother-in-law's. You're in Australia. You can't be that dick. So you're going to have to go. But you're just going to have to convince her through either conversation or threat that the right thing to do is a roast.
If it's a real hot one, though.
That's annoying as well, isn't it? Oh, we don't actually do turkey on Christmas Day. We do, you're like, oh, fuck off.
But doesn't
No, we actually have a curry on Christmas Day. That's what we do. You're like, oh, you
Why?
tosser.
Yeah.
But you know,
I bet Christmas Day's a right laugh around your house. So actually, we don't watch. We all go and sit in the garden and we have a curry instead of a turkey.
Sit in the garden.
I don't know.
hang on.
At least we're different.
All right. Okay, I ran out of ideas.
The Christmas roast works. The roast.
It's the
But doesn't it? Hang on. So I don't do roast. I'm not into it.
on Christmas Day.
Middle of so sunny day. You know we're going through a heat wave.
Yeah.
You know we're going through a heat wave in this country. It's July. It's baking. We don't get them often. We get them. And it's Sunday comes up. You've been in the garden. You're in your fucking flip-flops. You've got fucking suntan lotion on them titty. And then it's Sunday. You're like, better get that roast on. Do you feel like maybe that's not a roast day?
What, July?
I'll have a roast in July.
No, I
Heat wave.
I'm seasonal, yeah.
Heat wave in the UK. Sunday
Late
roast.
September,
isn't a thing.
October is roast.
I won't
back on the
enjoy
menu.
cooking it, but if someone else made it for me, I would choose a roast on any day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Right. So in a full heat wave, we're hitting record-breaking temperatures for West Derby. 37 degrees Celsius, frying egg on the fucking pavement. You're like, get them parsnips in, girl.
Absolutely. There is nothing in the world better than a perfect roast potato. Nothing. There's nothing better.
On a sweltering day,
Yeah.
you're an animal.
I'm not an animal. I'm a human being.
Great comeback. Can't wait for that roast we're going to do. You're an animal. I'm not an animal. Good night.
Sounded like an appeal video. I am not an animal. I am a human being.
If I was in Australia, I'd be like, shove your roast tatties up your
Do you
arse.
eat it in the garden?
Do I eat one in the garden?
A roast dinner in the summer?
No. I eat it in my house.
No, he's now.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah, like a bar.
He's,
Yeah,
on,
you have your
he's on
fucking-
Adam Island and he's decided to die on it.
Adam Island.
Adam gets on these islands. He's like, no, and I did it in the last heat wave. Genuinely. Ask me, Mrs. Sam.
He once said he had to roast in the bath, and we believed him as well, so I don't know what to believe here.
No, I would eat it inside. Do you eat your dinner outside in the summer?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time.
No,
It's a lovely heat
regularly
wave,
though.
I'll
Yeah,
sit
in a
for
heat
them.
wave, you have your tea out. That's why
Yeah,
you get,
I would sometimes.
table outside?
I would, but generally speaking, I just eat it inside.
What do you do in your garden?
What?
What do you do in your garden?
hides things when he's fucking hammered.
Like,
I mean, that's what the garden's for, isn't it? Like a nice little table out there. Go and sit and eat outside.
I'm going to say this now to everyone listening. If there's ever been 35 degrees Celsius and above weather in this country, and you're in flip-flops and your shorts, nothing else, everyone's been sun, you've got the fucking paddling pool out, and you've gone in and made a roast, and you come out to your garden furniture with gravy and pour it on a fucking roast, you're a fucking psychopath. That is mental. Yeah, look at that gravy. Oh, look at that.
what?
Oh, shit. Oh, God, it's got a bit cold. No, it's not. It's getting warmer in the sun.
Would you have a KFC in the garden? KFC's best bit is its gravy.
Next to the
I agree.
fucking...
So you're telling me you wouldn't have gravy outside?
You see, I don't like the gravy at KFC, so I...
It's your fault for being an absolute fucking haemophiliac.
You better stink of there, Dan.
Yeah,
Right.
gravy's fine.
Right.
Your beef is with gravy, and ironically, the gravy is made with beef.
That's a bit of wordplay there.
How? How? Come back from that one. Have you ever spent Christmas on Adam Island? Come join me. It's fucking sweltering. I'm having turkey. Dry. The only moisture is the sweat from my tits. Merry Christmas!
There's nothing wrong with a roast dinner in the summer. I would eat a roast dinner in the garden. I absolutely would. I haven't before, but I absolutely would do that. I'll eat a roast dinner on the fucking shed roof if I want to.
Paedophile.
Well, I'm looking forward to that bit of artwork. I don't know, mate. Just you do you. Just don't ruin your fucking Christmas blowjob by getting angry about seafood.
You've got to go. Like, you've either got to be okay with seafood or you've got to fight your corner first. Or, as I always say, threats work. Threaten your mother-in-law with serious harm if she doesn't make you the roast.
Yeah, and if she works for the BBC, 2 birds, 1 stone. Paul McCaffrey, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
This will go down like a fucking storm. It's been a cracker.
Where can people find you?
So on Instagram, Paul McCaffrey Comedian. But most importantly, please listen to our podcast, What's Upset You Now.
It's so funny. It's my favourite podcast now.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Like, 'cause I'll be honest with you, I don't listen to many. Like, I occasionally put one on if I've got a big drive, but sometimes I'll just put like the Hamilton soundtrack on and just listen to.
we want to get, we want to do it. He's not having it. He's like,
I'm Alexander Hamilton.
But yeah, I really enjoy it.
oh, thanks, mate.
It's really good. So there's a few things that we need to plug, but Dan doesn't feel like it. I'm on tour next year. Tickets from Adam Rowe. No, you've lost you right now.
No, shut up.
Tickets from adamrowe.co.uk.
All we need is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo.
What's that? What's that doing anything?
You don't get the reference.
No?
The mic stand.
Oh, I see what you mean. Funny.
You horrible cunt. Where you on tour, you shitbag?
Everywhere. They're all fucking sold out.
All summer dates, you get a free roast with every ticket in July, and you eat them while watching me eat a roast. It's called the Roast of Adam.
adamrowe.co.uk/shows for my tickets. You can get his, but fucking... What?
DanNightingale.com. Are we playing places in the winter? Roast free.
Extra episodes of this and early access to public episodes and all the specials that we put out, including the one coming out this week. It's a documentary of us creating Laura's Gone.
Very good.
Patreon.com/halfawaypod. And of course, it's very important to mention, first of all, you need to vote for us in the Pod Bible Awards because we're nominated for Best Comedy Podcast and we're going to fucking win that. So go and vote for that. The link is in the description. Isn't it, Carl?
It is.
And we're going for Christmas #1, but don't worry about that. You don't need to. Oh, no, you do. You need to buy it.
Pre-order it.
Pre-order it on iTunes or Apple Music, and when it comes out on the 17th of December, just buy it. It literally is 79p, and all the money is going to dying babies. If you don't like dying babies, what's wrong with you?
That was the wrong word. I love dying babies.
Helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you ask what speed's like, it's like you doing those bits. That was what speed's like.
Smashed it up.
Get on me.
Yeah. Let's get to Christmas #1 because it'll be funny. The charity's just genuinely like a secondary win here. Like, great, yeah. Some kids might, you know.
I love dying babies, but it's a funny joke. Eye cancer.
Yeah. We can continue to make horrible jokes as long as we help people.
How are we still doing this?
I mean,
This
the podcast.
Yeah,
It's going really well.
I know.
Laura's Gone. The music video is already out, so you can go and watch that as well if you want. YouTube.com/halfawaypod. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you don't even need to go anywhere. You can just click the. You know what I mean?
We done? We're done. Paul, it's been a pleasure.
Well, thanks so much. Really enjoyed it.
Love
Nice
you,
one.
respect you. Glad you've got to watch this. Go ahead, get on me. Big on.